Okay, can y'all hear me? Okay, hey Tennessee girl, you feeling better? Okay, wait, what up, baby? Okay, crime crazy. Hey brown bear, how are you? Hey geez Louise, common sense. Well, that's good, Tennessee girl. Hey Roger Bennett. Yes, Ronald, you better be. Hey D Boss. We finally getting PG to the after party, y'all. We've been saying this forever. She needs to come over here and join us. I know, common sense, I am too. Oh, well, thank you, Ronald. I listen to his music. Yeah, you too. I love Tennessee girl, who you talking about? And does it sound like there's like wind or something coming through my mic? Hey, KU. He wants to come up. Okay, wait, little baby. When she comes in, if she does, I'll drop it for her. Hey, Ricky, how are you? White Widow baby, have you heard from Chris today? Okay, Kate, you. Buddy came back and everyone left. Yeah, Lavender Moon, she's supposed to be coming over here. Just sent a few more. Oh, okay, crime crazy. I haven't heard from Chris today, but I also didn't text her either. Okay, what up, baby? I was just wondering because I sent her a text earlier when I was doing my first live, and I haven't heard back from her. So I didn't know if you had or not. So I'll have to text her tomorrow. I don't want to text her this late just in case she's asleep. Is it hot in Ohio, Ricky? All right, and common sense. Give me a second and let me, because I probably won't have time to get them. Hold up. Okay. Okay, common sense. Those pictures, I'll get them uploaded tomorrow for tomorrow night. Hey Sharon, how are you? I'll text her and check in. Okay, wait, what up, baby? You hadn't heard from her either, geez Louise? She may just be busy. I mean, I know she said that she would be in the room with her mom, so I don't know, maybe she didn't get good service or something in there. And like I said, it's almost 1 o'clock her time, so I didn't want to text her this late. Ronald, what was you talking about that Lips was lying about? Because I must have missed that part. That was crime crazy. That sent it. Oh, did I say common sense? I'm sorry. Okay, well, crime crazy. Out the pictures that you just sent me, the last ones, I will have them uploaded and ready for tomorrow night. Let's see. Hey, our bucket list. How are you? Oh, okay. I see now, Ronald. You don't think she was really talking to Lisa Kay? I wasn't sure where she goes. Sorry, not sorry. I don't hate her. Just don't like it. Okay. Trainee is driving me around up here. Oh, Ricky, I bet you that's fun. Having somebody driving that don't have a whole lot of experience. I say something to her, but her lips flip. I did see that common sense. Yes, the other PG, my daughter called the other room. Oh, okay, hold on. Kate, um, email me your email and then I will forward Ronald's email to you. Yeah, Lavender Moon, we've been in a excessive heat advisory for the last week. It is scorching down here. The next name should be Captain Obvious. It actually rained here though last night and some earlier this morning. Thank God. It's supposed to rain some more tomorrow. Yeah, Sharon, we desperately needed the rain. And it's still, like, it rained for a couple of hours, but it was so dry here that it literally just the ground soaked it all up. All right, and Kate, you just let me know whenever you send your email, and then I'll forward his email over to you real quick. The white widow baby. Power went out, so my ear did already said it, and I wanted to pay him. Our power seems to go out like if a bird lands on the lines out here, the power goes out. It's saying yours is invalid. Mine's invalid? Mine can't be invalid because Jeez Louise and Crime Crazy just sent me an email just like a few minutes ago. Yeah, Ronald PG could be sitting here watching you right now. Okay, Tennessee girl. I'm not, I mean, I'm hard to change. PG has to wait 2 hours. Oh shit! Hold on, White Widow baby, you didn't tell me. Give me a second, y'all. Did I give you mine? Okay, y'all give me just 1 second. Let me go in here and fix this for PG. I completely forgot about that. Okay. It's gonna take me a second, y'all. My God, this is going so slow tonight. Yeah, we'll just blame it on Ronald tonight. That's all. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, what up, baby? Ronald, it's all your fault. Okay, Crumb Crazy. I still have those first pictures of them that you sent me. I still have them on here. If I can just get into my damn studio real quick to get this taken off where she can come into chat. I completely forgot about that. It was Ronald. Yeah, Ronald, you did tell me to do that. Um, Turn the subscriber thingy on, where you gotta wait or whatever. So yep, it's all your fault, PG. It's all Ronald's fault. And then my internet's wanting to go slow as hell tonight. Okay. And I don't know how to do it from my phone. No one puts PG in the corner. No, what I'll probably do is, I said 5 minutes, not 2 years. Um, no, Ronald, we had to do that the other night because of everybody getting cloned coming in the chat, all the fake accounts and all that. So I started doing that to keep them out. And then the other night I took it off so Wisconsin Mama could come in here. And then when I took it off, then all the porn things started popping up in chat. I'm almost there, y'all. Hold on just 1 second. I'm so sorry. Yeah, like it was crazy the other night when all that was going on. Hell, I got cloned in my own damn chat. Okay. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hurry. My internet is like dragging ass tonight. Okay. And it sucks because where I live, we can't get a different internet service. Okay. All right. Let me go to edit. I'm almost there, y'all. It tells me I have an excellent connection, but it's dragging ass. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Save, damn it. Okay, she can come in now. Oh. All right. Okay, I sent you an email. Okay, 1 second, KU, and let me get all of my stuff pulled back up here now where I can see it. And then, because as soon as PG comes in, I'm going to probably mod her up real quick. Okay. Hey, Blue Ocean, how are you? Okay. All right. Let me check the email real quick. All right. Now I gotta find Ronald's email. I'm so bad. I fell asleep. I take it to listen to Alicia. Yeah. Are you feeling better now, Roger Bennett? Wait, is PG in here now? Did she change Grandma's knee brace? I thought you. Okay, let's see. Let me get Ronald's email real quick. Copy. Alright, Kate, I am emailing you. Okay, Kate, you should have mail. Okay, Crime Crazy. Okay, yours came through. The test one did. Okay. Alright. You're welcome, Kate, you. Okay. Okay, PG went for brunch. She'll be here soon. Okay, I'm just catching up on chat real quick, everyone. Okay. Hey, Frankie, how are you doing? Okay. Yeah, just right, don't forget he was close to. Ronald, I think you and White Widow Baby both were a little bit too close for comfort, honestly. Yep, and early to be. Okay, Kate, you did get my email, right? With Ronald's email in it. Okay. That glass in my life. Yeah, Ronald, you were like, we had to spray you down with the tomato juice. You were a little bit too close. Okay, great, Kate, you. Okay. And there is Prayer Garden. Okay, 1 second, because I'm fixing to. I'm gonna mod you up, PG, because we've been having an issue with people wanting to clone people. That way I know that it's the real you if you come in here. Okay. And PG, I'm sorry I had set it on 2 hours because we were having issues with people cloning people in here. Um, and when you said you were coming, I completely forgot to go cut it off. Oh, okay. Let's see. Catch up on chat again. All right, so before I forget, I don't know how Chris's mama's doing today. I haven't got to talk to her, but if everybody would, just keep Chris and her mama and her family in your prayers. Okay. Yeah, I got her white widow baby. That way, like I said, I don't have to worry about her being cloned and coming in here. Okay, I'm always curious. Well, Blue Ocean, we have been checking people. Well, I have where I mod at. I've been checking all of the accounts that I can. Yeah, Kate, her mom, the other day she had to take her to the hospital. She couldn't breathe and she has COPD. Chris was told that she had a heart attack, and then she was told she didn't. Um, they ended up having to put her mom on the vents. So then Chris had her moved to another hospital. That hospital confirmed that she did have a heart attack, and they ended up taking her. Hey, Mac Pro, how are you? They ended up taking her mama off the vents, and then she still couldn't breathe, so they had to put her back on the vents. So that was the last thing that I've heard from Chris. That was yesterday. I texted her today, and I hadn't heard anything back from her since. And I know that she's been up there with her mom. Yeah, Roger Bennett, your account's fine. Um, she's been up there with her mom. I know she said she hadn't been getting a whole lot of sleep, so I didn't want to text her this late at night where she's at. It's almost 1 o'clock. So I will text her again tomorrow and see if I can get in touch with her. Yeah, so y'all please keep her in your prayers. Keep her mama in your prayers. Also keep E Squared's journey in your prayers. And there was someone else today, y'all. Who else was it? I can't remember who else it was. Oh, I can't remember. But just, uh, keep them in your prayers. Okay, let me catch up on chat. My mind, watch out, everybody. Yeah, PG, you gotta watch Ronald in here. He's the one that wants to misbehave. Okay, so PG Crime Crazy wants me to show you some kangaroo pictures real quick. And Crime Crazy, I actually did not get the ones that you sent me yesterday put up here. But I still have the ones from the other day that you sent me in your yard. I'm still determined to go swipe a kangaroo from Australia. Yes, y'all keep Sweet Norway in your prayers as well. Okay, can everybody see that up on your screen? sure she behaves. Oh, I'm sure PG would be a perfect angel in here, y'all. Y'all know that. Alright, let me go to the next one. Aren't they cute, y'all? I won't meet a baby kangaroo. Hey, Tragedy Pimps, how are you? I think there's only 4 pictures on this one. And then I got another one of them in her yard, but I didn't get a chance to upload those tonight. Okay, I think this is the last one. I got a new pillow today, guys. This shitty emoji. Yes, Tragedy Pimps, I'm doing good. A little tired, but other than that, I'm good. Wait, what up, baby? Are you gonna be selling these new pillows? Aren't they cute, y'all? Okay, so PG, while you're in here, if I drop a link, would you like to come up? I've got 2 pictures um, of summer that was sent to me today that I would like to hear your thoughts on, and I'm sure other people in the chat would like to hear your thoughts on them. Good. Just not let Candace borrow it. Well, you better have a good sale on them, White Widow baby, because them pissy pillows, I heard they sold out quick. Okay, 1 second, and let me get the link. Oh, dang, White Widow baby, ain't that the same price as the pissy pillows? Okay, PG, it's saying your device is not connected. Yes, trigger warning. Let me put that up here because these pictures are sad. Kate, there is summer. Hey, Deborah Ann, how are you doing? And it's only 2 pictures, y'all, but they're very sad. All right, PG, I'm bringing you up. Okay, can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay, so.
What's up, everybody? Let's party!
All right, so I was sent these pictures, and you might have seen them already. If not, I'm just gonna say they're very sad. Like it broke my heart today. Okay, and this one here, can you see it, PG?
Yeah.
Okay, we actually, a few of us in here that saw the pictures, thought that Summer's shoulder was dislocated in this picture. Like you can see every bone in that baby's shoulder. And I don't know how she would be here, obviously younger than 5 years old. But if you look at the brother in the behind her, like malnutrition.
Mm, do you have the whole picture?
No, this is all I was sent. I don't know
Okay.
if I can. I don't know if I can make it any bigger. That's as big as I can get it. And
Wait, I think I broke my
crime.
chair.
Um,
Um,
that's as big as I can get it, y'all.
I do. I'll do the research. I think I have seen this picture.
Okay.
Um, I'm pretty sure I have seen it, um, but
Like
it
the
didn't.
boy
It didn't
behind
look
her.
like this. You. What I'm saying is, it didn't. I would have to go back. I'd have to the skinniness of that child behind there, showing the ribs and the um.
Like you could see his ribs up in his chest.
Yeah.
That's how
Um.
poor that kid is.
Right. And I'd have to go back and because that could be edited. I would have to go back and check. I mean, I know this picture. I'm pretty sure I've seen this picture somewhere in the pool.
Hmm.
Um, I would have to go back and match, to be honest
Okay.
with you.
Okay. Because this is
So
the first time
I
I've
would
ever
do my
seen it.
research on it.
Okay.
Definitely. But
Right. Because a few of us thought that her shoulder was dislocated, and Cheese Louise actually showed the picture to a friend of hers as a doctor, and they said that it wasn't dislocated. She's just very skinny.
mm, well, and I tell you another thing about I'm not. She is skinny. That's true.
Yeah.
But I tell you another thing about the that's muscle tone. See what you're seeing there also um is a child that's not like it's these children are not like the normal, you know, everyday couch potato type, kids.
Right.
These kids are out climbing trees. They're climbing, they're using those muscles a lot. And
Mhm.
children that use their muscles a lot, like these kids are used to doing, um, get muscle mass in the shoulders and arms as well, very, very young. I
Mhm.
mean, I know that like me and my brothers and us, we've had definition in our arms and stuff because, we swung on monkey bars and we did chin ups. We used to actually, see who could do the most, and we lifted weights. We did, we wasn't the normal
Right.
everyday kids as well. And you do build up that, that muscle, even a
Muscle tone.
girl,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know. I mean, I ask my kids sometimes, we're going to gun show, pow, pow, I got
Mhm.
muscle.
Right.
So, you know, it it's just, their way of life is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they don't have the computers, game machines, and all the stuff
Right. They're
inside the house like other kids would. And, um, these kids are pretty much fetched to go outside and find whatever they can do to do in a day, right?
right. But do you think they look malnourished?
Um, I think the kid right behind. I think the first kid in front of her there is, not really malnourished. I say, he's not heavy set.
Hmm.
Um, and then the one right behind her, which I think that's the oldest boy, and he definitely doesn't look malnourished at all. And then I think this other one may have been photo cropped in, to
Okay.
be honest with you. I'm like I said, I'm going to go back and check on that one. As for little
Okay.
Summer, you know, she is, you know, thin, but also Summer was, she's a petite child, you
Mhm.
know,
Right.
anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have your petite little kids, and then you have you know, your normal children, and then you got your ones that's a little chunky, right?
Mhm.
Um, big boned is what they call them.
Right.
Well, Summer's always been on. You could tell she's always been on that real petite side. I think she took more after Donald, frame built, than she did Candace's. Now the oldest
Right.
boy seems to be taking Candace's, big bone chunkiness look, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks a lot like his mother, if you ask me.
I think I've only seen one pic of all three of the boys. I believe that was when they were at church.
Right.
I
The
want to
middle
say the
boy,
Christmas.
the middle boy looks like Donald. The older boy looks like Candace. Summer looked like Donald, and the smallest little boy, he looked like they picked him up somewhere, right? I mean, it's the truth.
Like he didn't look like either one of them yet.
Right, he did. It's like, where did this kid come from, right?
Yeah, I mean Summer looks nothing like Candace.
No, she looked like
Right.
her daddy.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this other picture. Let me see here. Okay, can you see that one?
Yes,
I don't
yes.
really know what to think about this picture. I'm gonna be honest with you because to me, her shoulder, her that would be her left shoulder. I can't see it that good because I ain't got my glasses on, but it kind of looks like if you look over the top of it, like it's got a bruise on it. I don't like how she's standing though because she looks like she's hurting and in pain.
Um, and this is a picture I mean, I see the one you put up here, but I have not seen this picture before. And
I
I'm
don't
going to
know
be
where it
honest,
came from. It was emailed to me today. I don't know where they got it
right?
from.
I like to know where it came from because I'll tell you why. The body, the body of this child does not match the head. And if I have to say, this is a really bad editing job, someone has put, I think this particular photo has been edited
Okay.
because the head wasn't set. What you don't understand is whoever did this needed to set the head a little bit more to the right of her, um,
Right.
over to the right. I mean, if you're looking at the screen right now, that head needed to be a little bit over to the right. They got it a little off from the right, which
Yeah, I
tells
see what
me
you're
it's
saying.
just a bad fucking uh, editing job. And also, there's no way
Yep.
her feet were that freaking huge. Um,
No, and them
she
shoes that they got on there, like the shoes look like they're 4 times
she
too big for her.
she wouldn't have been she wouldn't have been this. What I'm saying is, even when she was took, she wasn't this big. I
Right.
mean, the body's too big for her head. What somebody did is a bad editing job. What they did is they took her head off of one of her photos, and they tried to put it on a different body, and of a child, another child, someplace. I don't know where, but um, I don't think this is Summer's body standing there. I like to see the child that was standing there, though.
Yeah, because I don't like how it's standing holding
Right,
itself the way it's holding. Like you can
exactly.
clearly see that they're not just that their hands are not just there for the picture. They're
Right. Um,
actually
this
holding themselves.
looks like a photo that may have came off the dark web. of
Okay.
children, and somebody stuck
Uh,
Summer's head on it. That's what it looks
crime
like to me.
Crime Crazy said that the photo came from Find Summer Will's Facebook group. It was clipped from Candace's TikTok before she closed it down. Crime Crazy is the one that emailed it
Um,
to me.
I I don't know. I can't say because I'm telling you this
Yeah,
particular
I
photo
see
is
what you're saying with the
edited.
hair.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure that this particular photo has been edited. So, um, but also, um, if you took note, there was some pictures of a man and a bunch of children in cabinets and all kinds of things. Do you remember seeing those photos? I think
Mm,
I have them somewhere.
I
Um,
don't think I have, or if I have, I mean, I may have, and
the
just
the kids on the dirty mattresses inside that weird house.
oh, it's like a bunch of the mattresses lined up beside of each other.
Yeah, remember those photos? And
Okay,
then they had the
yeah.
kid in the cabinet back in there, and
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
they were
I know what you're
shaved.
talking about.
These kids were shaved bald and everything, and there was this weird looking ass man with them.
Yeah, I know
Um,
what you're talking about.
okay. Now I remember when I was on Donald's Facebook um with him. There was a gentleman, his grandmother owned. He was out of New York, but his grandmother owned a place there in Tennessee, and I matched him up with the weirdo in the you know with the weirdo in those particular weird photos.
Pictures. Uh-huh.
And to be honest with you, I know I brought it out. I mean, I can get it and bring it out again. I'm pretty sure I probably still have the somewhere in my archives. I've got that there, but um,
Okay.
I will look for it and bring it out. But anyway, long story short, the guy in the picture looked like the same exact guy that was following Don on Donald's Facebook. And I mentioned that to Donald and told him to turn it into TBI. Now, whether he did or not, I don't know, but this guy was commenting all the time under Donald and under me, a lot.
Mhm.
And he was very creepy. And if he wasn't that guy, he was his twin brother.
Okay. That's interesting.
But Donald wasn't turning nothing in,
Right.
as far as I know. And to be honest with you, that just more told me that, he knew where his daughter was, right?
Right. That is sad.
And then Candace, as I said, was sitting around watching missing children videos. Matter of fact, she said just one, and I did watch it, and it's pretty gruesome. But, I think she was watching these missing children videos to get a better handle on, you know, how a human parents or how a human should act. She was basically trying to get a feel for how would a real mother act versus a fucked up mom that, got busted, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
And
because she sure isn't acting like she's a concerned parent with a missing child.
why would you but what I'm saying is if your child was honestly kidnapped, if my child was honestly, I didn't do something to cause the actions that took it out of this world, and it honestly was wandered off or you know stolen, like took away, because
Mhm.
the first thing that hits your mind, like you go into a store, we all, if you got kids, you've lost your child in a store, right? We all
Mhm.
turn around looking for it. I mean, maybe it's under the cart or at the end of the cart where you couldn't see it. But,
You
point being
panic.
is exactly
Yep.
immediately you go into panic mode. Immediately you're like, you know, oh my God, and you're looking around, and the thought, the first thought is, oh my gosh, I need to find it, I need to find it, and the next thought is someone might have took it, right?
Yep.
So how do you know that your child didn't wander off? um how can you say it didn't, because you don't know that. And and even more so, that busted Candace in so many different ways was, um she didn't, she didn't go into the panic mode. She
Right.
didn't, what I'm saying is, even Jody Sue said, if you went down in that basement, per se, Summer's supposed to be in the basement, you went down there and you couldn't find her. Well, immediately you're going to go out that door. First of all, you're going to see if that door's open or closed, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's the first thing a parent's going to do. You're going to see if that door's locked or unlocked. If it's locked, then you know the child didn't go out, right? So you're
Right.
going to go back upstairs. If the door is unlocked or a little cracked or open, you're going to just
You're gonna
assume it
go
ran
out that
upstairs.
door.
You're going to go out that door, and you're not going to come the fuck back in. You're going to be out there looking all over hell, screaming, hollering, carrying on. You're not going to get
Yep.
into a car. You're going to be looking everywhere around through there. And you're going to get other people looking, you know, Grandis, and then you're going to jump in a car where they got it covered, and you're going to go out to the road and proceed. Candace did not do this. She didn't show the normal actions of someone with a lost or missing child, um,
Yeah.
from the very start.
Yeah. No emotion whatsoever.
No, she had no emotion. She had no anything. It was just like, you know and who the fuck says I'm going to the fair, and you think to yourself, somebody's got a missing child. Damn, the fair's the best place to hand out flyers. The fair's the best place to, you know, be looking and searching if you think because, pervert might take the kid to the fair, right?
Right.
And it wouldn't be the first time it's happened. And I mean, and true story, there was a man that took a woman and her children hostage. He kidnapped them because he wanted her for his wife, and um,
Mhm.
this other person's family is what he wanted. He wanted his own family. So he kidnaps this woman with her couple of children, and he keeps them all in this room. And finally, she got his trust up enough that, he took them out actually to a carnivore or something. And that's where she was able to get help and get away from him,
Yeah.
to free herself. So, as I said, it ain't, unheard of for this to happen. And I told Candace, that's awesome. Go there, look for your daughter. And then you had these psychics or something talking about a carousel, which I don't believe in. This, I don't get
Yeah.
into, I believe in God
Right.
Almighty, get into none of that other stuff. But, you know, the point being is it was everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And you couldn't help but hearing about it. And I'm like, hell, I don't know what the devil tells people. Um, I just know he's a liar, so therefore, I don't really take stock into it. But hey, you know, strange things has happened before, so I figured she could go and look, at least look through
Try
the child,
anything. Like
anything.
just
And
anything is better than doing nothing.
she tells me, "No, sissy, no, sissy, no," and I'm like, "It's not about her." I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, back up, beep,
So,
beep, beep. What the fuck are you talking about?
so
It's
she
all about her, damn it. You got a missing fucking daughter and you want to go have a good time at a fucking fair? Are you kidding me?
that's her being
Really?
selfish. That's what that is.
What the fuck are you talking about?" And then she's like, "Just me and Donnie, just me and Donnie." I mean, she was like, done lost it. She done, I'm telling you something. That bitch blowed one too many hooters, right?
Wow.
I mean,
That
what
is
the fuck? That's what,
that is sad.
exactly. That's where I was, that's what I'm talking about. It's sad. It was disgusting. Damn disgusting when you have a beautiful little girl like, Summer. I ain't sure that's her body, but I do know that's her face on the screen right now. And I'm going to tell
Mhm.
you something. You're beautiful, beautiful blonde
Oh,
headed
she's
little girl.
gorgeous
You
little
cut her
girl.
fucking hair all off.
Yes.
You turn her into, something that's just undesirable as hell. And why? Why would you do this to your beautiful child? What kind of bitch are you? I mean, you know, they sell an electric comb for lice, right? That
Right.
kills lice. Why don't you run that through your daughter's hair? Why don't you lazy ass bitch? Why don't you get off your ass? And I know you don't believe in bathing, but why don't you get off that big ass and bath your damn daughter and use some lice
Yes.
medication? you know,
And clean their house.
it's Katie. Right? Why don't you do what mothers do and take care of your freaking children? God gave you these babies as a gift.
Exactly.
He actually opened your womb up and He allowed you to have these precious children. You're supposed to be their angel, their guardian. You're supposed to be watching over them, and you fucking torture them yourself. There is a special place in hell for people like that.
Yep. I mean, she's got how many kids does she have total? 7, 8?
She had two, she lost, and one of those ain't living a normal life because of, I truly believe it's her. If not, then, if not, definitely the foster cares. It's somebody's fucking fault. But, even if the
Right.
foster care did it, if her ass wouldn't have lost them, then the foster care wouldn't have had them and they wouldn't have had that accident happen now, would they?
Right.
So, you know, I mean, all in all, it comes down to, you know, her being fucking worthless and not get loving and caring enough about her children to do what it takes, to raise them. What I'm saying is, there's a lot of single moms out there busting her ass right now as me and you talk. And there's a lot of single moms that went to bed tonight with nothing in their stomach because they fed it all to the children. And they're
Yep.
going to get up tomorrow morning and they're going to fight like hell to feed them babies another day, right?
Yeah. And it's just I'm gonna take this picture down because I don't really like looking at it. It's heartbreaking.
It is.
But
Absolutely.
Candace is a disgrace.
Yeah, she is. She is. You know, Me personally, I personally, in my opinion, believe that Candace and Grandis and Donald know exactly what happened this summer. I really
Yep.
do. I mean, that's my just who and what I think. But you know, do I think other people might be involved? Yes, I have my suspicions on some other people as well.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, even say per se, they didn't have anything to do with what happened to Summer. Just say, you know, we could write them off the list. They didn't have nothing to do with what happened that
Hmm.
day. Now, even if they didn't have anything to do with what happened that day, we can clearly see that them kids were just failed in so many damn different ways.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
You
yes.
know, it was
I
pathetic, right?
I said it 1,000 times that all of the adults who surrounded Summer within her life failed her.
Yes.
Whether it was her parents, whether it was Jody Sue, whether it was Jose, whether it
Child
was
Protective Services, who was
all
up
of
there
them,
many times and could have knew
law
they needed to
enforcement.
remove, should have
Yep.
removed them and didn't remove them.
Those boys'
Absolutely.
school, their well, they didn't go to the
I
doctor,
mean, we
but
had people up there. We had Jody Sue couldn't, it's called kidnapping. If she goes and takes Candace's and there's kids. If Allie would have took the kids, it's called kidnapping, right? It's called
call
kidnapping.
somebody.
But they did. And Child Protective Services, which is authorities, They have the authority to remove the children and do what's righteous. But more times than not, they fail the child,
Yep.
right?
Yep. It's a sad situation.
Right. Because what you don't understand is these foster parents don't want lice and scabies and all this nasty, kids with,
No,
you know, fetal alcohol. They don't want kids
they don't want to
that
have to
got,
deal with that.
yeah, they don't want to risk, dealing with children that have drug headed, drug abusing parents, right?
Yep.
Alcoholic parents. They don't want that. What they want is, what they want to make their money off of is babies taken right from the hospital so they can keep them, in foster care for, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years until the kid, they can suck all the money that they can get off of them. Well, they're able to be controlled. And then
Yep.
as soon as the kid gets up, to an age after being locked away in his room, tortured by you think these foster parents are good places to be? I'm not saying all of
No.
them are. I'm not saying all of them are bad, but I'm saying
Majority
majority
of
of
them
them,
probably
they
are.
are they are, these people have families and they're just taking these kids in to make extra money. They
Oh
see
yeah.
these children as a paycheck and they take them in and they say we got to spend time with our family, so they put these kids in rooms and lock them up, the alarms on their door. They, what I'm saying is they really don't want to put up with them, but they are. It's like, and
They're
they,
doing it just for the money.
for the money, and these kids,
Yeah.
are not getting the right treatment and everything. They feel like they know they're not loved. They know they're not family to these people. They know they're not being loved the way they're supposed to be. And these kids
Yep.
at some time going to rebel. And as soon as they start rebelling and down, they want to shuffle them back into the system. And they want people like us to adopt. Now they'll put them up for adoption.
Hmm.
Now you can adopt this problem, but you couldn't adopt it at birth when when the child had a chance to really be loved, become a part of a family, and be,
Just had a
healthy
better chance at life altogether.
all together. Because see, a lot of people want babies, but the foster care system, want to take these kids, as I said, and they want to keep them when they're real little. They'll take the little kids in, and as soon as they become a problem, now they want to throw them out, throw them into. They don't give a damn who in the hell gets them at that point, right?
Yep.
And I think that's bullshit. I think that our laws, when it comes to children, our laws need to be changed. Our laws need to be changed when in the adoption form, as well as what I'm saying. It's better to go back to orphanages instead of having foster parents. It's better to go back to orphanages where people can actually go, where they have 20 babies in one room and people can go in and adopt them. Just go in and get a baby, take it home, love it, and raise it as their own, right?
Yep.
Because then they're really being, what I'm saying is, nobody's taking it in for the money. They're taking it in because they really want it, right?
Right. Right.
And if if you want a 2-year old, you want a 4-year old, you want a 6-year old, then you have that opportunity to to take a child in like that. The foster care system isn't working because these foster parents, like I said, want to hold on to the child from the birth up until it's starts to become rebellious, and then they want to set that child on someone else. And how are you going to control it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Eh,
going to bring a kid into your house has been tortured by these foster parents, and you know, and it ain't going to trust you no more than it trusted them. And I mean, in that child's mind, they didn't love it. Nobody's ever going to love it now. And you bring it into your home, and you've got something on your hands that you don't want to handle.
exactly. And it's a all the way around. It's a sad situation.
Exactly. Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. You know, parents should have, parents should if a child gets removed from the parents, like I said, there should be a strike one, two, three, you're out. I
Yep.
mean, if your kids are taken because, of your drug problems or whatever, and you straighten up, get them back, and then you end up losing them again for whatever reason, you know, then I say, okay, you know, let's try it again because sometimes people do fall off the wagon, right?
Right.
They fall off, they have a relapse. So let's do what we need to do. If you get them back that time and you don't stay on the wagon and you fall off again, then we ain't playing with you no fucking more.
Right.
You
Or
lose.
put, it's when the kids are removed the first time, send the parents to some type of counseling that you know that they need, whether it's for drugs, alcohol,
Oh,
just
they do.
family, whatever.
They
You know?
absolutely, well, CPS has all kinds of programs. And if the parents are on drugs, then, they do send them to drug rehabilitation programs. They do support the parents and, getting they help in every way they possibly can to get those parents on track to get the kids back, right? But
Hmm.
it's the parents' job to, it's a, what I'm saying is, Child protective service, nobody can make a human change. That change can only come within
You gotta,
oneself.
yep, you gotta want to do it.
Absolutely. See, you got to love your children more than you love your drugs. You got to love your children more than you love alcohol. You got to love your children. Actually, you got to love your children more than you love
More than
yourself,
yourself. That's it.
you know? And that's kind of, that's kind of hard to do for young people because young people are full of life and they still want to they still want to a lot of young people think that living is partying. They want to have their friends. What am I supposed to do? Give up my whole life? No, you're not supposed to give up your whole life for your children. But what you are supposed to give up is the fucking drugs and alcohol. What you're supposed
Exactly.
to give up, what you're supposed to give up is finding yourself. You're not a kid anymore. When you have a kid, you're no longer a kid. You're no longer a
Yep.
child. What I'm saying is when you bring a baby into this world, you you're pretty much an adult now. You're no longer a kid. The partying is over. Yes, the partying is over. You have responsibilities and you need to get off that shit and you need to take care of that child and your responsibilities. That's your
Yep.
job as a parent to do. You know, that's and people don't understand that. No more makeup for you. It's diapers for the baby, right?
Exactly.
No more nail salons and special treatment on yourself or pedicures or whatever. No, it's time for you to buy baby clothes and milk. you know that
Diapers and wipes and bottles. Yeah,
yeah,
all
when
that.
you bring a child into this world, basically you're saying, you know, I'm willing to take away from me to give to it because it needs you. It
Exactly.
needs you, you know? And the thing is what people don't understand is, you know, right then the baby, yes, that baby needs you. You don't need it, but it needs you. But you know what? When your ass is old and you can't wipe your fucking ass, you're
Then
going to
you need
need
that
it.
child. Yep.
That's when you need it. It don't need
Exactly
you,
right.
but you need it, and it'll be there for you if you was there for it.
Yep.
Life is a two-way street, and everybody wants it one way, my way. Well, that's a selfish way to fucking live, and you're probably going to end up alone at some point if you're that selfish, and you know, it is what
Yeah.
it is, right?
Yeah. And I mean, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of a baby. That's,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely, but a lot of people are too busy taking care. It's not that they can't take care of a baby. It's just
they
they're too
just won't.
busy taking care of their damn self to care about their baby. They want everybody else to care about it. When you don't bring a child into this world like teachers, Teachers are now calling themselves babysitters. And I'm just a babysitter. No, you're a fucking teacher, and you're supposed to be teaching that child. You know, if it makes you feel better, that you're standing in hallways instead in your classroom doing with your job. It makes you feel better to say that because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Then go
Exactly.
for it. But you're not a fucking babysitter. Those kids show up to be learned, and you're supposed to be teaching them, right?
Exactly. The
Absolutely.
You do what you're
And
supposed to do at the school, the parents do what
right,
they're supposed to do at home, and that's the way it should be.
exactly. And if you hate a teaching job, then why the hell did you take it? Go get, do what you
Yeah,
love, man. Not, but teachers are teachers because they get all summer off. They get all the holidays off. They come into work late. They get off early. You know what I'm saying? They got excellent pay, excellent benefits, and everything. And that's why they're doing it. And they're sitting there bitching the whole time. You know, and I don't understand why. And hollering that they need more. More of this and more of that. I think you've motherfucking got enough. Let's
exactly.
go back to the one room schoolhouses where people really learned and teachers were teachers because they love being a teacher, right?
Yeah, and they had kids of all grades in one little room.
Right.
It
And you
wasn't
didn't
just
and you didn't hear nobody saying I'm a babysitter because you know why? Because the women were at home. The women were at home in the kitchens and they come to school and take their kid home and say, "Look, you call yourself a babysitter? And I don't mother freaking need a babysitter. I can watch my own damn kid, right? My
exactly.
husband goes to work. I'm at home all day long. I can take care of my own kids. I don't need you all summer. Why the hell do I need you all winter?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, those teachers get all summer off. Are they going around seeing how many of their students are doing well? No. They
No.
don't go around all summer finding out how their students are doing. They don't give a fuck.
No, I mean they get off like here in Louisiana they get a spring break, they get a winter break,
Right.
then they get Christmas, they get Thanksgiving off, and then they get all
Absolutely.
summer off. Plus every other
Right.
holiday that they consider a holiday they take off.
Absolutely. And they tell me, oh, PG, you bashing teachers. No, I'm not bashing teachers. I'm not bashing anyone. What I'm doing is speaking the truth. And if they
Exactly.
can't handle the truth, then that's their fucking problem, right?
And like Louisiana schools, we have some of the in the nation, our schools, and just the parish that I live in, our schools in my parish were graded an F. That's how bad our parish schools are because the teachers here don't care. They don't care if the
Right.
kids learn, they don't care what they know, they don't care if they pass their
Oh,
tests. They don't
let me
care
tell you.
anything.
Let me tell you something. You think the schools there are bad? You should see the ones in New York City.
Oh, I can imagine.
I mean, I'll be honest with you.
I
You know what I
I can
love about New York City? What I love about New York City is those kids don't put up with no shit. I mean, they don't put up with the teacher shit.
no.
And that's the truth. And those teachers, well, most people won't even teach in New York City. But if you do get a brave souls that come in there to try to teach, um, you know, the point being is they're not going to shove those kids around.
No.
They're not going. Those kids are, way tougher than the most,
Oh
and
yeah.
because those kids live a real hard life, a lot of them. But in other states, what you have is you have this system where the teachers are sitting there, and they're not teaching an overall education to begin with. They're not doing, they don't no longer go into the classroom and is spelling and is reading, actually in the mornings it should be reading and writing and spelling, right? And
Mhm.
then in the afternoon they're supposed to do, math and history and science. And that's a full day in the classroom and the kids get to go home, right?
Yep.
Well, not anymore. They take, the kids go to school and the teachers have a bunch of shit on the board and then they hand out whatever in the pages, and then they don't care if the kid gets the work done or not, because they can take it home. And then if the kid is starts to get behind a little bit, they call the parents in, and they make you feel like it's your fault your kid's falling behind, when they sent a whole day's work home with the fucking kid, instead of being in the
Making them do
classroom
it.
teaching and making the kids get it done, right?
Yep.
But they bring it back on you as a parent. What I'm saying is they turn the table on your asses, because they know you got to work. You know, they think they got parents over a barrel, because now everything is on a two income household. I mean, mom and dad has to work to make ends meet and make a living, right?
Oh
There's
yeah.
a lot of single parents also that are busting their asses. And there is no more welfare. Well, there is, but it's for foreigners. It ain't for Americans, right? Um,
Exactly.
and what they did is, they took away. It used to be, if you were a single parent, you could draw welfare and raise your kids on the welfare, and that way you would be home to take care of your kids the way you're supposed to take care of them. But the reason they took all of that away is because you had a lot of people that wasn't doing what they supposed to be doing. They were,
But yeah.
they were drawing the welfare, but they were selling the stamps, buying liquor with it, bringing some bum in, keeping him up half the month, and then he would leave, and the family would starve the other half, right?
Yep.
And so, this caused what they call, and then they started bringing in a lot of people from other countries for the voting or for the whatever. I don't know what the fuck they're bringing these people in for. But anyway, they started flooding our country with a bunch of people that, we didn't need, and started giving them, started giving them the free housing and the free everything that welfare started up for the American people, for the single moms and the people that, couldn't make it, and so forth and so on.
And now it's not like that at all.
But now it's not for, you know, true American people. It's, for go to walk into the system, go to the offices, the um whatever they call them, but go to the welfare offices or whatever, where people sign up for that kind of stuff. Walk in there and take a look, because if you find someone that can actually speak English, good fucking luck, right?
Yeah. It'll be a bunch of foreigners.
And then all of these foreigners are able to walk into the office and get help. But if you take a true American person, walk in there, oh no, you can't be there. Fill your shit out, put it in a box, or it's all call or whatever. Okay, well, how come, how, if these people, these foreigners can walk in here and see a face to face, sit down appointment person, why the hell can't we, the Americans that actually pay the taxes to run this damn thing, can't walk in here and see a face to face person, right?
Yeah. Our government just don't care anymore.
Well, why do they not care? Because we ain't demanding them to care, right?
Yep.
We ain't demanding it. They got us so damn busy, we haven't got time to think or deal with that kind of shit, right? Because we're too
No.
busy trying to put bread on the table, gas in our fucking cars, pay our medical bills, take care of our children. We don't have the time anymore, but we're going to have to make time. We're going to have to make time, because this world's getting out of control, right?
Yes. And our gas prices, like I don't know what the prices is where everybody else is, but they're outrageous in Louisiana right now. And
Absolutely.
I know a lot of other places are higher than what we are, but
Right.
it's still outrageous
Exactly. I
for
mean,
people to be paying this.
I mean, I hate to say this, but you know, um, it's cheaper to buy a water hose and just cut it in half, and than to buy gas, right?
It,
Look
Yeah.
out, neighbors.
Yep.
Remember how they used to do that?
Yep.
Take a bucket. Exactly.
Just be very careful. I know
Thank God
exactly
for
what you're
locked
saying.
gas caps. That's all I got to say. And
I know.
how,
Yep.
that ain't hard to pop. But the point being is, that's what it's going to go back to.
And
It's
it's
going
a
to go
shame
back
that
to ciphering.
yeah, and it's a shame that it has to come to that because our
Right.
government just don't care about its American citizens. I mean, it don't even care about
Exactly.
it's the veterans here.
I mean,
And
sometimes I go out and get in my car, and I promise you, I give my neighbor this look like, motherfucker, I know I had more gas than this last night. Yeah, come over here. I need to talk to you a minute, see if your breath smells like gasoline. But
yeah,
it's true.
yeah, I
I
mean, and it's
promise
a
you.
shame that it's got to be
Right.
it's come to that, but
I went today, $50 in the tank. $50 in the
I
tank.
know.
And, and that won't get me nowhere. Few days I'll be back at the gas pump,
Yeah. I
you
mean, I
know?
have a truck and it takes me right now right at $100 to fill up. And
Right.
trucks don't get that good gas mileage. And
Oh no.
I can just go from here to town 3 times and I got to fill up
Right.
again.
Exactly. And
It's
like I say, because my kids love to go to the park, they love to go, out for ice cream. They love to, you know, um, I run a lot. I mean, sometimes we just go out and, window shopping just to get out of the house for a while.
yeah.
Um, you know, 4 kids inside of a house,
Oh,
no,
yes.
you got to get out sometimes. And,
Exactly.
you know, and even though right now, I'm blessed with being able to work from home, you know,
Mhm.
but that ain't the point. The point is working from home,
It
homeschooling from home, all this shit from home can be
yeah,
quite overwhelming, and you just need to go for a ride,
I
And
work from home. I mean, I work from home every day, and I hate literally sitting here at my computer
right,
all day long and
right.
staring out of a window looking at a bunch of damn
No
pine
adult
trees.
conversation, no adult
Exactly.
conversation. You're talking to kids all the time, and I mean,
People think
I,
that people who work from home, like, they've got it made, and yeah, there are some perks to working from home, but let me tell you something. It gets boring real fucking quick.
it does, and
It
you
really
don't have
does.
right. There's no. It's it's not all shit and giggles, right?
It's
Absolutely
not.
not.
It really isn't. Like, I love working from home. I've always worked from home, but it's very boring too.
It's boring. It's overwhelming. I mean, yeah, you get to be with your kids um, all day long, and I have no problem with that. I've got super good kids,
Right.
and and you do save on the gas,
You don't have to
and
buy certain clothes. Like, I work in my pajamas, so,
you're right.
that's a perk.
Yeah,
But
exactly. If you don't feel like getting dressed, dressed all up or anything, you don't have to. But you
no,
know, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it does have its perks, especially in the winter time, because who in the hell wants to go out there, right?
exactly.
But scraping off ice and shit. But the point being is, you know, you got to get out. You got to go somewhere,
Yeah.
and who can afford it? Who can afford it? And I'm not one of those people, that say, I'm not one of those people who say, my kids say, can we go to the park? Can we do something? And I'm not one of those people to say, hey, I'll probably ask for it. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me see if I can make that happen,
And
Because
see, like, where
I
I
ain't trying
live
to stress my kids. I'm not trying to give my kids fucking ulcers, the way my parents gave me ulcers. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm not
Oh,
that kind
yeah.
of parent. I don't jump
It's
on my kids and, you know, make my problems their problems because my problems are not their problems. They're a kid, man. They should
exactly.
be allowed to be a kid. I love
Yep.
my kids.
And see,
So,
like, where I'm at, I'm so far out in the damn middle of the woods out here, just to go to town, it's like a 30-minute drive one way. And when you get to town, there's nothing
Right.
there. Like, they have closed down the bowling alley in our town. Um, they have the skating rink, but if you go, you got to watch out because there's all these little hoodlums running around there that don't know how to act right. And
Mm-hmm.
then you got Walmart, and that's it. Like, we don't have a mall or anything like that here. You know,
Right.
that's all you got. And
Right.
because what we live in is not
S-
really a small town, but it's not no big city either. You know,
Exactly.
it,
Exactly. And and I feel you. I feel you because I gotta drive a little ways as well to get to where I'm going. I
mhm,
mean, I have to drive as well. And like I said, I don't get hardly nowhere that I'm out of gas. Time to
exactly.
fill up again. But
Yep.
um, if I have to count pennies, I got to count pennies because
You
you
got to do
know,
what you got to do.
absolutely, I hate to say this, and I wouldn't want my kids to hear it, but I like going to the park more than they do, probably. I mean, that's the truth. I
Yep.
love, you know, playing on the monkey bars. I love hanging upside down, doing flips as well as the kids.
Oh yeah.
I love chasing them around. And hell, you know, some of them sliding boards, man, that's pretty cool how big they are, right? I mean, I still love sliding down a sliding board, although um, I think I burned my ass the other day. That finger was hot.
Uh, so in
Yeah,
other words, PG's telling us y'all she's still a kid at heart.
absolutely. I mean, I like to smack them baseballs across the field and
Oh
and
yes, that is
absolutely
basketball and all that. Yep.
right. And the funnest part about it all is when I hear my own kids say, "Mom, who's gonna go pick all those up?" I guess it's gonna be me, right? Because I know they ain't. They already heading back to the damn car with the bats.
Mhm.
So I get to take the bucket and go pick up the
Pick them
balls off
all
the
up.
ground. Yeah. I'm out there walking around, shaking my head like, where's all the help go? But that's what makes life life, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I see a lot of parents, you better go pick them all up and put them in that, no, no, my kids don't have to do that. I mean, I thank God that, He gives, if you have the health, if you have the health and everything to do something, get your ass out there and do it. And thank God you can, right?
Exactly. Because if you get to a point where you're not able to, you're going to regret not doing it.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people sitting around. If they could get you to do something, if they can get you to do it, then they ain't going to, right?
Yeah, I know somebody like that right now in
You
my
know,
family. I'm not gonna say no names, but yep,
absolutely.
it
And yeah,
everything is, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? And I'm sitting here like, I'm not gonna do shit for you because I know you can do it for yourself. And if I do
absolutely.
it, you're not going to. And yeah,
Exactly. And and that's where I'm talking about. I'm raising my children to depend not on me, but to depend on oneself. I because I'm not
yep,
going to be here forever. And when I do, my time is to go out of this world. I want to go easy. I want to go knowing that my children are able to take care of oneself and they don't need me because I made them self-efficient to be able to take care of oneself, right?
yeah, and they're not dependent on everyone else.
Exactly. And that that's what you're supposed to do. You got to educate them and teach them to be kind. What I'm saying is bring them up in the way you want them to go and that they won't stray. Well, if you bring them up in an evil way, they're not going to stray from that either, right? But if
Yep,
you bring them up in a righteous way, they're not going to stray from that. Best to bring your children up, because you want your children, if you're a good parent to them, they'll be a good parent to their children, and their children will be a good parent to their children. See,
it just keeps on going down the.
we are handing it down. That's what we do. We hand it down. And if we hand down hatred, jealousy, and ugliness, then that's what
It'll
you're going
just
to get in the future generations. If
yeah.
we hand down love, kindness, and caring, that's what we're going to get in the future generations as well, right?
Yep. And it's just,
Exactly.
it's good to teach your kids as they're growing up, be independent and depend on yourself and not others, but at the same time, you want to, teach them to help others as well when someone is
Exactly.
in need. And there's a lot of people around where I live, like you said, like if you they'll want you to do everything for them and will not try at all to do anything for themselves. And I'm just like, no, like I don't feel sorry for people like that. If you
I don't
can't do
mind giving
it,
people a hand up, but when it starts becoming a hand out, there's a
right.
problem.
I mean, I
You
don't
know,
mind helping people. If I know that they cannot help themselves, I don't mind helping. But there's people out here, like around here, that are just so damn lazy that they will not help themselves. And I don't help them. I don't. It's not that I'm being mean or anything like that, but I'm not gonna encourage you to
you
depend
don't
on
need to do
everybody
their
else.
work. You don't need to do their work when they can do their own work.
Exactly, and I'm not going to. Now, like with my father-in-law, him and his wife had 7 kids, counting my husband. My husband was the youngest. When it came down to it, and he got down in 2019, it was me, my husband, and my 3 kids taking care of him, and his other 6 kids didn't do nothing for him.
Right. But
And
when he
and
passed away, they were all there to see what they could get.
there was when he took his last breath, all of his kids except for 3 were there. One of them is has a mental illness, so we didn't want her there because she wouldn't have been able to handle it. The other 2 had no excuse of why they wasn't there. They just
Yeah.
because they can't get along with anybody else in the family, they wasn't there. But he waited and as long as he could, and they never showed up. And
Wow.
me and my husband promised him. He kept saying, "Well, they're going to put me in a nursing home," and me and my husband promised, "No, as long as we're both breathing, you won't go in a nursing home." And that's what happened. I was the one that took care of him. I cleaned him up every time he used the bathroom on himself. His kids didn't do anything. My
Absolutely.
husband took care of everything around the house, but at the end of the day, I did what I was supposed to. My
Right.
husband did what he was supposed to, and we made sure that he was taken care of. Well, the
And
rest of the
I tell
kids
you,
would not
you
help
know,
him at all.
exactly. And, you know, you were, sometimes it happens, sometimes the daughter in law becomes the real daughter.
Yeah. Oh, and he told me that he would tell me, like I love. He would say, I love my girls. He said, but you're more of a daughter to me than they are, and it would break my heart because,
Right.
I don't have that close relationship with my mom, but
Right.
I've been in this family since I was 16. I moved in with my husband and his family when I was 17, so I'd been there all these years,
I
and
was
it was
very
like
close to my mother. And,
I was with my mom, but when I got up older, she ended up marrying another man, and she chose him over her only child, and the man was a
oh,
pervert.
wow. I'm sorry to
And
hear that.
she like m- only time I speak to her, Mother's Day, her birthday, and Christmas.
Wow.
And that's it. Like that's all me and her can handle of each other because
Yeah.
she's one of these who wants to ramrod everything and she wants to boss me around even though I'm 41 years old and tell me what to do and I won't put up with it.
Right.
It and like I told my husband, I'm an only child. I have no brothers and sisters. My dad passed away in 2017. If my mother gets down and she needs me to take care of her, I will. But
Um,
until that time comes, I can't do it right now.
right. Absolutely.
But my father-in-law, I took care of him. I took care of all of his doctor stuff, and his kids just sit there. They didn't even know what his insurance was.
Right.
And, I'm sitting here thinking this
And
man
when
raised.
you love someone, man, you have all of it wrote down. You
Right.
don't. You got a log. You got what they call a log. All that when you show up at the hospital or a doctor's office, they don't need to say nothing because you're standing right there with a not just all the insurance information, and everything, but a list of
I
every
had
medication they take. What they
medicines,
their diet
therapies,
and
yeah,
everything,
everything. Yeah.
and you scratch off the medicines that they no longer take. You flip the page, and you make a new page of everything and new stuff, and you sit there and you ask the doctor, what is this for? What are the
Yep.
side effects of this? If they're in a hospital, you sit next to them by that bed in a chair. They come in to give them something. You say, what is that?
Oh,
Are you sure it's for them? You, you know, you write it down. You write the time down. You write the date down so that, in case they gave them the wrong shit or something goes wrong or they're
exactly.
allergic to it, a reaction, you know exactly what it is. And that's another list that you have, everything that they're
Mhm.
allergic to, right?
Yeah, and
I mean,
his kids knew nothing. His
you're
My husband did, but the other 6 knew none of his medicine, none of his doctor's
right.
names, no specialists that he's been to. They didn't even know the
You're
last time that he had been to a kidney doctor.
absolutely. And
And
I'm
I'm
going to
just
tell you,
thinking,
basically,
like
your
his
parent or your loved one becomes your child, right?
yeah, and
They
that's what I
become your
looked at my
child.
father-in-law like. I
Mhm.
basically protected that man like he was my child when he was in the hospital
Exactly.
because he was so scared that
Exactly.
his other daughter was going to come in and try to remove him from the hospital because she had threatened him. And he
Oh,
would
wow.
tell me, he would be like, "No, you need to tell him that you're over me." And I'm just a daughter-in-law. I can only do so much,
Right.
but it was just like I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these kids and I'm like, this is your dad. He took care of all 7 of y'all, and y'all are not doing
Right.
one thing to help him. And it was sad. I mean, he passed away when he was 89 years old,
Exactly.
and it was it was
And they
heartbreaking.
and they make it like, you know, they make it like it's your job. It is your job. Like it
Yeah,
ain't their job. It's your job to do.
yeah, and
That's
I
how
mean,
they make you feel. Once you start taking care of them, someone, they, everybody else acts like it's your job to do it.
they don't they don't lift
They
a
make
finger.
excuses. They'll make excuses. Well, I do this and I do that, or I have this or I have that. They'll make excuses,
Mhm.
and then they don't have none of that shit. But
No,
they
because
still ain't coming around. They still ain't coming around to do
no,
nothing. You
and
know,
all of their kids are all grown. They have no kids at home. There's no kids in school. They don't work. All their husbands work. They had no excuse. They just never helped do anything. And
absolutely.
it broke my heart. And I'm sitting here thinking, I wasn't raised like this, and I know y'all wasn't raised like this because I went to church with y'all. I
You
knew
know,
whenever I grew up with y'all,
right.
and it's just like they just didn't care.
It's like my mother, there was, she had children that she didn't see 5, 10 years
Mhm.
at a time.
Yeah,
And, very, very seldom did she see them. And, they show up if she got put in a hospital. They didn't stay, they just visit and go home.
right.
I was there
Yeah,
24/7. Um,
yeah,
you know, I'm sitting, I had more children than all of them. And, I'm sitting there. Matter of fact, I actually spent nights there with children. I
hmm,
mean, one beside me, one laying on top of me. You know, um, my mom didn't get to, see my kids. Well, the last ones, and she didn't get to see them, the ones that she did see to get very old. But
hmm,
the point being, I was there and I'm sleeping with children on top of
right.
me when, you know, um,
It should have
my
been
other
everybody's
family.
responsibility.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And some of the other ones, they had wives that could stay home with the kids while they could stay there, or husband that could,
yeah,
I, you know, didn't
and I
have
mean,
all of
like,
those I didn't have all of those commodities.
right.
Um,
And see, like
and
my oldest son is autistic, and we did, if you know anything about autistic people, like some of them, especially like my son, cannot sit still. But we had
right,
him at that hospital 24 hours a day for almost 2.5 months while my father-in-law was up there. No,
right,
in them knowing that he's like this, that he can't sit still, you know, they still never came and said, "Hey, y'all go home and let him get some rest," or "Y'all go get some rest." It was, "Oh, we're gonna come in for 5 minutes, go see him, and then we're going back home." When they literally lived 20 minutes from the hospital and I live 2
Mhm.
hours. But they
Right.
didn't care. They were just that selfish.
Yeah, that's that's the way family is. I always say family will fuck you first.
Yep.
Family will fuck you first. I know when my mother passed away, you know, when she all the years I took care of her. She was in the hospital in and out a few times. All the years I took care of her. And, at the last there, when, she got real bad off and everything, um, then they started showing up mainly because, um, looking for money, you know,
Right.
what my
Basically what
mother
they was gonna
had.
get when she passed.
Exactly. And let
Yeah.
me tell you something. They cleaned it out. I mean, they cleaned out everything. Absolutely everything. It was sad. It was very sad to watch how they took everything. Um, you know, I promise you, all I had left was a picture that I
Right.
hid and refused to let them have it. But that's what I got. I got a
Yeah.
picture of her.
But
That's
at
just
the
all
end
I
of the
wanted.
day,
That's all I
but at the
wanted.
end and at the end of the day though, you were there with her and she
And
knew that.
um, they didn't need to feel sorry for me. I felt sorry for them
Yeah, because they
because,
missed out.
yeah, they didn't get to know, they didn't get to know their own mom, but they were so selfish and self seeking that they didn't give a damn about getting to know their mom.
Yeah.
They didn't get to know their dad. They didn't get to know their mom. They didn't get to know anything because they were too busy living their own fucking life and worrying about their own fucking self for anything, and um, they'll answer to God for that one, right? Not me. I won't answer to
Exactly.
God for it because I know my parents and I know my parents very well and I love them greatly. You know, I said it many
Exactly.
times. If I could have gave my mother the last days that I had on this earth, I would have done it. I would have went for
Yep.
her. I couldn't, but if I could, I would have. And that's the honest to God's truth. God knows I'm talking the truth,
Yeah.
So
And that's what I told my husband, the two kids that wasn't there when my father-in-law passed away, they're gonna have to live with that. They
yes,
come to the funeral and they were crying and boo-hooing and I miss him and all, but I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I took care of this man when he was down for 2 years. One of those kids never came and seen him. But now that
right,
he's gone, now you're whining and crying and boo-hooing and I miss him and I wish he was still here. Well, you should have been saying that whenever the last 2 years of his life that you didn't come see him.
exactly, crying crazy.
No.
Many times you see, they're all about the inheritance.
Yep.
What they needed to be inheriting was what God told us to do. Honor thy mother and father, right? And your
Yeah.
days shall be prolonged upon this earth. What they needed to be inheriting was some love and kindness and caring within their hearts for, for the two people that gave up so much for them all their lives and they didn't bother to give shit back, you know?
Exactly.
Um, I don't need all of that on my conscience. I
No.
haven't ever been a selfish or self seeker. I don't want to be. My job on this earth is to live for other people, not for myself. And I thank God for giving me that job. Absolutely.
Yeah. And like I told my husband, we did the right thing. We did what we were supposed to do. We took care of a parent that needed us to take care of him because he was bedridden and on hospice. He couldn't take care of himself. Those kids, they're going to have to live with that. They've got it when they go pass away and leave this earth. That's between them and God. They're going to have to face the Lord for that.
Amen.
And you know, and
Amen. I don't wish no illness upon people that I don't wish no illness upon people that do like that, because
I don't either.
even Jesus, when he hung on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And I
Yep.
truly believe that they do not know. what they missed out on. You know, they don't understand because they're blind. You know, they're blind. They just don't know. And you know, it's sad. It's sad that, you know, what I'm saying is to be caretakers have great love in their hearts. You know, people that live for other
Right.
people um, are full of love, kindness, caring. They're full of light, God's light. You know, the light of Jesus Christ within them,
Right.
and they are super blessed. You know, I feel super blessed by God that, you know, He made me who I am. That's,
Exactly.
you know, and I wouldn't trade it for all the gold in the world. I really wouldn't, because I know if Jesus was standing in an empty field and, you know, there was a giant, beautiful kingdom on the other side with a big party going on, I know I'd run out in that empty field and hang on to Jesus. Because I
Exactly.
don't need that. I don't need that big, you know, party scene over there. You know, what I'm saying is, I don't want to gain the world and lose my soul. I don't, you know, there's nothing I want to gain in this life except the next life. That's
Yep.
all I want to gain. Nothing more, nothing less. And if God blesses me with a few things on my way through this life, then I am very grateful, respectful, and you know, I so appreciate it. You know,
Exactly.
absolutely appreciate it.
Yep.
That's, you know, but what do I really need? I don't need anything but God and Jesus Christ, right? The
It's all.
Holy
Yep.
Spirit. Keep
That's
me
it.
going in the right direction. That's all I need in this life. That's all anyone needs. But how many people understand it? I hope many, but I think there's few.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. They think it's all money and
I'm
you
going to
know.
tell you, when they're sitting in hell, they're going to wish they'd have filled the church houses to the rafters, right?
Yep.
But you can't go back. What I'm saying is, you know, hindsight's always better than foresight, but the one hindsight you don't want to meet up with is sitting in hell, because there's no going back from there. You
Exactly.
can, you know, you're stuck there forever.
That's.
And so, you know, when Jesus told you today is the day, come as you are, Jesus don't need you to get ready to come to him. I mean, that's the devil sitting there telling you you have to get ready to be go down there. You got to get, you know, you got to quit your drinking, you got to quit this. No, you don't have to quit anything, because God, Jesus Christ, will help you quit all of that as soon as you go to him. That's why he says, come to me as you are, so I can help you, so I can make you to be the person that you need to be, right?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, there's a lot of people that, and I heard on a channel today, and I'm not going to say the channel, but she had made a statement on there that she was watching somebody else that was
Um,
talking about.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you,
Oh,
but
no, go ahead.
White Window Baby, you did ask if I believe that Don was going to stay sober once he comes out of jail. I don't think so, because he's supposed to get out the end of July, and now they're saying the end of August. I think he might have refused to do. I think he might have refused to do the drug
The
program.
rehab thing.
Yes, and because he did that, he got extra time tacked onto him, because he knows when he comes out, he ain't, you know, if he ain't going to have faith in himself, then I'm not going to have faith in him as well. So I don't think, I think he knows that he can't hang in there, and, or at least he's afraid he can't. And
Yeah.
he's going to go back to what he's doing. I don't know. Let's hope he does, but I don't know.
I mean,
PG, when did
yeah.
you get to heaven? God is going to say, now let's get this party started. Yeah. Party don't start until PG gets there. Yeah, I hope it's a long time, because I've got children to raise, you know, and I want God to keep me right here so I can do my job.
Yeah. I don't know. This world has gotten crazy, though.
And it has, and you know, it's what I'm saying is, we are no longer saying, we're no longer on our knees saying, God, please make things better, please make things get better, right? We're no longer doing that. We're on our knees now saying, God, please, when is this going to all end? When is
Exactly.
it going to end? When are these babies going to quit being abused like this? When is, when is all the hate and the anger down here going to stop? God, when is it going to quit looking like the walking freaking dead, right? When are you going to destroy this and, give us the place that we all want to be in forever? When is this going to happen? God, can't you just send your son and end this all now? It's so
Yeah,
terrible, right? I mean,
it is.
everybody's living in fear. Everyone's living in fear down here, and no one likes it anymore. They're living in isolation and fear. And, and the only ones that, ain't living in fear is, you know, the only ones not living in fear is the super evil ones, right?
The ones who don't believe.
The ones that, well, they just, they don't care. They don't
No,
care. They're the ones that's destroying everybody else. And, you know, God's children have to learn, like they say, when you meet me, you need a new kind of Christian. I know God gave me a suit of armor, and I know that, He wouldn't have gave me a suit of armor if I ain't supposed to stand fast and fight, right? And I'm going to fight. I mean, you come at me, I'm going to go back at you. I'm not going to lay in the middle of the road and let people just run me the fuck over because they think I'm a Christian. I don't have to be nice. I mean, I don't have to be nice. I am nice. I am nice if people's nice to me, but it's a two-way street out there. And if you're going to
exactly.
come at, you're going to come at me sideways, then, you know, I'm going to do what I have to do to, you know,
Well, right. I
don't
mean,
come at me sideways. Just
you
don't
gotta
do it.
stand up for yourself. God doesn't,
Absolutely.
he
I
didn't
cause
expect
no
us just to
trouble.
lay down.
I don't believe in starting anything, but by God, I will damn finish it.
Exactly.
That's is what it is and how it is, and I'm not going to be a yellow belly fucking coward because I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of hell, but I ain't afraid of death at all.
Right.
You know, and I mean, I don't do anything that I can't justify with God. But if some ugly person comes at you and you got to do what you got to do, I'm going to lay down and go to fuck to sleep afterwards, right?
Yep.
Because I feel that they did what they wanted to do. I did what I had to do.
Exactly.
That's the difference. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, what I'm saying is, um, you have to carry a Bible in one hand and a long stick in the other one.
Hmm.
It's the world we live in, right? And
Yes.
even in the Bible, they said, look at the prayer that, it says, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. The rod and thy staff. Well, what did they use those rods and staffs for? To, take care of whatever came at them, right?
Yep.
So it's okay to protect yourself. It's okay, you know, to do what's righteous. Just because you're a Christian don't mean you have to lay down and let people run
No,
you over.
God
That's
don't
bullshit.
expect that.
Well, a lot of Christians think that, and people, prey on those weak people. They prey on
Yep.
those people.
And that's
They
sad
take
too.
them to the cleaners, they use them up. You know, no, you don't have to. You don't have to put up with anything. God loves you. He knows your heart, and that's all that matters.
And
You know,
I'm too stubborn and hard headed to put up with somebody else's bullshit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, I ain't
absolutely.
doing it.
Yeah, that's how I am. I don't
If
put up with.
my daddy didn't talk to me like that, my husband don't talk to me like that, my kids don't, and nobody else does either. Ain't
Right.
gonna happen.
Absolutely. Um, I just, I put a roof over my kids' heads, clothes on their back, and food in their mouth. I expect them to respect it. You
Exactly.
know, I mean, you don't have to love me, but you damn well
You gotta
better respect me.
respect me. Yep. And I even told a girl that was in here, and she's not in here tonight, but she was telling me about how her son, who is now grown, how he done her with his kids that she was taking care of. And I was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, like I'm 5'7". All three of my kids are grown and they're all bigger than me, but I'd be damned if one of my kids raised their hand up at me because I'd be damned.
I tell you something. My kids are, they're not old enough to probably do anything like that. But I mean,
Mine never
I
has.
got this feisty ass little daughter. I got this feisty ass little daughter. Um, I think she's worse than her brothers, but um,
I have a daughter too. She's the youngest, and she's got a little attitude. But
yeah,
yeah, like I said, all three of my kids are taller than I am. They've never
I'm
raised
like,
their hand at me, but
smack
I'd be
those lips and
damned
raise,
if
smack those
yeah.
lips and roll those eyes one more time, honey, and they might be stuck that way permanently, right?
Hmm.
But
Yes,
yeah,
I don't put up with no bullshit like that.
I got this feisty ass little daughter. And if I didn't have such a great sense of humor, she might piss me off. But to be honest with you, um, the meaner kid is, the more I kind of like it. I like mean ass little kids.
My daughter, she is like my husband's side of the because my husband has a lot of Native American in his side of the family, and I've got the Irish and German part. And my daughter, oh my God, she's got like attitude, but she wants to be funny with the attitude. Thinking, okay, well, out there that funny attitude in there, then make everybody laugh, and then it's all okay. Yeah,
Right.
she, she's she's something, but she's 19 years old. She works. She turned out to. None of my kids have never been in trouble. Thank
Right.
the Lord.
I
Um,
ain't old enough to get in trouble yet, but
and
I don't
well,
know though, because my daughter, she had a little boy showing up at the door.
uh-oh.
Um, yeah. Um, you know, sh- it only happened once. I told her three brothers. I said, "You gonna let that boy show up at the door for your sister?" That boy
Mhm.
ain't showed back up since. I ran that shit off real quick. I'm like, that
Oh,
ain't happening. And that is my chair, people squeaking around, as you can hear.
yeah, y'all can probably hear mine too, because I've got to
I
get a
think
new chair.
I'm about to break this one. I swear I'm moving around in it so much. I'm ready to break. I'm a hyper person. I'm sorry, but when I get off my lives, I usually am right now like loading the dishwasher, picking up all. I have this
Mhm.
one child. I have this one child, and I thank God for him. Don't ever tell him that. But he is like the mess maker. I promise you. I know exactly everywhere he's been in the house because there's a freaking mess there.
Mhm.
But I'm thankful for him. I am, because when I clean up that mess, God shows me He gave me the strength to do it, and I am so
Right.
thankful that I have the strength to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um, I'm always, I'm always thankful for, a lot of people don't realize, they don't realize um, how blessed they are, to be able to just do so much in life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, there's people, you think you ain't got no new shoes. Well, how about people that have no feet,
No,
right?
exactly.
To
Can't
put
even
in their
walk.
shoe.
No legs.
Exactly.
Like
They,
yeah.
they wouldn't give a damn about shiny shoes on their feet just so they had some. Um,
Exactly.
you know, you should always be very, very grateful for everything in your life, because you know, you don't ever know when it's going to disappear, right?
No, and there's always someone who's got it worse than you do.
You know, I
And
mean, don't you wish sometimes? I mean, for a lot of people, I know that I wish that, I wish that, you know, someone could sing me back home to my mom and dad, I mean, just one more time at the table with them, one more time hugging them, one more time letting them know how much I love them, you know. Um, but you can't go back, like they're gone and you cannot go back. And, but you can learn, you know, to say the things that you wish you would have said to them and the things you wish you would have done then. You can do it for the people that's around you and with you and caring about you today, right?
Yep.
I mean, we should always learn, you know, from the past, pull it to the future for the good, not evilness. I mean,
Hmm.
most people are so busy about who did what to them in the past and how they can get, you know, even with them in the future, that they're missing out on so much
Yeah.
beautifulness that they could be bringing into the lives of the people that truly love them. Those people, what I'm saying is, I don't let no one walk around in my head for fucking rent free. You want
No.
to walk around in my head, bitch? You better pay me, or get the hell out, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's just the way it is. And somebody did me dirty yesterday. You're not walking around in my head. I mean, at
It's
some
not
point,
worth it.
at some point, I might, you might cross my mind, and I'll just take care of you then. But you ain't walking around in my head at all.
Well, I mean,
I got
it's
too
just
much. I got too much love, too much kindness, too much caring, too many good people in my life, and that's who I want to walk. Now they can walk around in my head for free because I love them, and they can walk around all day long, like White Window Baby. I quite think of her. I think of her quite often, to be honest with you. And
she's
and
just awesome.
I love her. I love her,
She
and
is so
brings a
awesome.
smile to my face. Um, how sweet she is. And yeah, yeah, she can walk around my head for free because rent free, absolutely, because I love her and I care about
Right.
her. She's a person that I care about, and I have a lot of people like that, and that's what I choose to spend my time on, and what spend choose to spend my time thinking about.
Hmm.
As for Donald and Candace Wells and them, yeah, I do my research on them, but I don't think about them that often. I mean, until I'm ready to bring them up and settle whatever I have wrote down or whatever. But you
Yep.
know, what I'm saying is, when I do my research, it's research, and then it's not a thought again because I got too much other things to take care of, and I'm going to take care of that first, right?
Right. And I mean, they're not worth your time.
Hell
It's
no,
like it,
nobody
it
like that is
and that takes up too much energy. Worrying about
right.
other people
Absolutely.
and holding grudges, and it's
I
just
didn't even plan on Lisa Kay tonight. I mean, that was just a total. That was a total off the wall. It's one. That's what I'm talking about. She just hit my mind. I came in there
yeah,
with with an agenda that I needed to get out and take care of tonight. But you know, she was
yeah,
just one of them that hit my mind at a certain time, and I figured, I'm just going to get this the fuck out of the way, and I did. Right?
yeah.
It
I
it
feel
was
you. In
done.
case I will be honest with you, I just can't go Lisa K. I
Um,
just
I don't know why she did what she did. I don't understand her. She's just a self-centered human being that, um,
it,
you
I
know,
can't, like, I understand, like,
she can only care about people. She can only care about people that she wants to, and not, she's like a somebody instead of an everybody. And I don't like people like that. Um,
right, yeah,
yeah, somebody, because everybody in this world needs to get along. We all need to, Jesus said to do unto one another as you would have them do unto
do
you.
unto you.
Um,
Exactly.
you know, she don't live by that. She wouldn't have nobody doing what she did to me. Absolutely, she wouldn't.
No,
And
it,
I didn't appreciate what she done. I
I
have
don't
children to
understand.
protect, regardless of what people out there think. Oh, PG so old. No, I'm not. I do
So,
have kids. I do have children to protect, and by God, I'm going to do what I need to do to protect them. Right?
well, what I don't understand though is why in the hell is anybody in this world worried about who you are, how old you are, what you
I
look like,
don't know.
how old your kids are?
I don't know
Who cares? I'm not
exactly.
here. I don't go to your channel to listen to you because I know who you are and I know what you look like, and I go to listen to what you got to say about Summer and
I
keeping
tell you
Summer's
what.
name out
I
there.
tell you what. what I can tell people about me is I'm just like you. I get up every day and I struggle like hell to make ends meet. I get up
Right.
every day with the same problems that all humans, all humans wake up with. I mean, you know, like it's like being a creator. It's like my lives. I come in there with an agenda and you don't ever know what's going to happen, but you take it as it comes, right? And you
Right.
deal with it as it's put onto you. And that's what I do every day. I don't know what the hell's going to come tomorrow. I just know that God went before me, and I'm going to do everything I can, to make the right choices as I walk through tomorrow, because I know that God made my path straight. And if I make the right choices, everything's going to go well with me. So
Right.
I try to do that, to not make the wrong choices, because then things won't go well with me. So I wake up every day knowing God's went before me, Jesus is walking with me, and angels are watching over me. And I just try to do my best as I can as I go. But, I am a little rowdy. Everybody knows that, but who isn't a little rowdy in this world?
And you know what? That's what we love about you because you're rowdy and you're uh, high spirited and feisty, and that's what we all love about you.
And
But I
wow,
just,
thank you.
who
But
cares what you look like or how old you are? Like, who
I've had
cares?
to learn to fight. I've had to learn to fight. I've had to learn to do what I need to do to make it through this world. I mean, just like everybody else on here, I've been beat down, kicked down. I've been um, at one point, as a new Christian at one point, I thought I had to be all humble and everything, and let people, you know, be mean, and me hold myself and stay, and that ain't the way it is. As I progressed and read the Bible myself, and even Jesus turned over the tables, right? Even Jesus turned them tables over and said, "You're not going to turn my father's house into a marketplace."
Hmm.
Even Jesus, had to stand fast and stand up for what was right. And if Jesus is going to stand up and stand strong for what's right, then I am going to stand up and I'm going to stand strong for what's right as well. And
Exactly.
that's just what it is. And I know I don't have to stand there and be all meek and everything. And I know how those people treat people, and how they act, when they think that you're so vulnerable and whatever. Well, meet the new Christian, meet the new kind of Christian. Because
Yeah.
no, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. And
Exactly.
and you all got one up on me if you're a new Christian, because you know what? I just told you what I had to learn the hard way, right? I
Hmm.
had to learn the hard way that I didn't have to take it. But now you guys know that you don't. And I suggest you don't. You know, don't ever, every day you are teaching people how to treat you. And they're only going to treat you according to how you stand up for yourself. So stand
Exactly.
up for yourself, damn it. Don't ever
Yeah,
let
like I
anyone,
said, I'm too
don't ever
stubborn and
let
hard
anyone
headed.
make you feel less than what you are, because you know what? You are you are just made out of just as damn good dirt as they are, and
Exactly.
sometimes better dirt, because some people are made out of dog shit. They really are.
That is true.
And that's probably the truth. Some people, I feel that some people's made out of dog shit, because
Yeah,
they don't know how to love, they don't know how to be kind, they don't know how to treat people.
they
It's
don't.
like
And it's sad, really.
you
That they,
feel
they
you feel really good when someone gets something new, right? You feel
oh,
really good when
yes.
people can take care of
Happy for
themselves,
them.
then they don't have to rely on you. You don't have to, if they're able to just take care of themselves, then that's a burden off of you, because you're happy for them. Because I'm a giver. I'm a giver. So when people are able to take care. I see them doing good. I'm doing even better. I'm doing good.
Right.
And I love it when people do good. I really do. I have no envy. I have no
Yeah.
jealousy. I have none of that.
I'm happy for
And
people who are, not struggling and getting
absolutely.
things done that they need to. You like, I'm thrilled for them. I don't hold
But they
grudges.
ain't, but there's a lot that ain't thrilled for you. They could get a new car
Exactly.
and you're thrilled that they got a new car. You
But
could
if
be
you got
driving the
one,
junkiest, broken down piece of shit in the world, but you're
yep,
happy that they got that new car. But the minute you
exactly.
pull up in something that ain't even new, I mean, it's just a little nicer than what you got.
Oh, they're mad.
They're, where'd you
Yep,
get that? Well, how are you affording that? You
mhm,
even need that? What's wrong
exactly.
with the piece of junk you was driving? You
Yep,
know, they're envious. What the fuck is wrong with you? You
yep,
got a brand new ass car. I don't ask how you pay for it or anything else. I don't give a damn how you got it. I was happy that you did have it. Still happy for
exactly.
you. Why can't you be happy for me? Why you got to spoil my fucking day?
Yep,
I mean, but these people do, and they do it because they're just ugly humans.
yeah,
And that's the way Lisa Kay is. She is one of those people that, she doesn't care. I mean, she could seriously get someone hurt,
I,
and she don't give a damn.
yes,
She plainly on my live admitted she didn't care, and I
and
didn't really, I didn't really have anything else for her after that. I was being kind, letting her up, and so forth and so on, and I was tolerating her from that point on.
yeah,
And I don't even know why, but I was, because I guess I'm a nice person or something. But
yeah.
I was tolerating her. She irritated me, but
You have more patience than me. I'll give you that.
I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. But I could see more and more but then when she did what she did, she didn't even dox me, but she doxed somebody, thinking it was me.
Yeah.
So it might as well have been me, right?
And you can't
And
make that woman understand that she
then she
docked
sit up there
somebody.
like, I don't understand. What do
Yeah,
like,
she was
what
not
the fuck?
understanding that,
I,
okay, if she's doxing somebody that she think is you. So
right.
what if somebody goes after this person thinking that it's you and hurts them and it's not even you?
But what would they
That
do? But if it had
she
been me,
was
they would have hurt me, right?
exactly, exactly.
She
And
and
she
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 didn't
was
give a
not
fuck.
under she didn't.
She didn't
And
give a
I was
fuck. She just didn't get it because you
she
know why?
did not
She
care.
didn't want to get it because she didn't give a fuck.
No.
That's the
She
kind of person she is.
she wasn't taking into consideration you got kids that you're trying to protect. That's why nobody knows who you are.
Right. And all
You
she
know,
got's a big fucking dog.
and if
You
and
know?
I said this before, if she's giving out your information, and I don't, and I know Wisconsin Mama wouldn't give out your information, but if she's giving it to
No.
Wisconsin Mama, then how do
She'd
we
be
know
giving
she
it
didn't
to
give
other people.
exactly?
Right.
That is dangerous.
Exactly. And I love Wisconsin Mama, and
I do too.
I'm glad that she came out and told, and and those are the kind of friends you want in this life, right?
Exactly. It just
Y'all hear me snap my pops, not. I wish I was snapping something else sometimes, but I don't allow any of that in the house. So I do keep a bottle of whiskey in my home. I do. I keep a bottle of whiskey in my home, and I only keep it in my home due to medical purposes.
when you get a sore
Whiskey,
throat and stuff like that.
yes,
Yep.
whiskey is really good. If you get like pneumonia, it will
Mm.
cut that shit up
Oh,
and bring it
it'll
out.
I can tell you when you
Hot
get a sore
toddy,
throat, it'll
a
cut that
hot
sore throat
toddy,
out quick.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And it's also good for cuts and so forth, to disinfect. If you are out of alcohol and you need to disinfect a cut or something, pour it over it. It works
Yep.
just as good as alcohol does. Um, Whiskey is really good for a lot of different things.
Yep.
So I do keep a bottle of that on hand. And the bottle I got right now, I've had 5 years and I haven't opened it. So
Oh wow.
thumbs up. It has not even been cracked open. So, you know, I try to keep alcohol, peroxide, band aids. I've got kids, so I try to keep my medical kit
Yeah.
100%, you know.
Every
But
time my husband goes to the dollar store, he buys like 2 bottles of alcohol. Every single time I'm like, dude, we don't need no more alcohol.
it was like, I think it was like a year. I think it was like a year or two before the I got this new bottle. It was like a
Hmm.
year or two before I got the new bottle of whiskey. Um, I I had to crack my bottle open because I did. I had walking pneumonia,
Oh
and
wow.
then right after getting over walking pneumonia, I ended up, and I promise you, this is like within a month. Right after
Hmm.
walking pneumonia, I ended up with bronchitis back to
Oh,
back. Yeah, I was so sick. Promise you, I
oh,
thought I
I could
was going to
imagine.
die. I thought I was going to die. It was horrifying.
Mm, I
And,
could.
that's why I love the mask. I think I will wear the mask for, you know, for
Hmm.
eternity because I got the walking pneumonia helping a family member. I was helping them and they coughed and I ended up with it.
Kitchen it. Yeah.
And then I was helping another family member who had the bronchitis and I ended up with it. And I thought to myself, um, the first time I ever got bronchitis, I walked into a gas station to get some cigarettes, and there was a girl in there coughing her ass off. And like a week later, I'm gonna tell you something. I was sick as a dog.
Hmm.
So those masks help, not just through
Yeah.
COVID. But if I'd have had a mask on when I went into that, you know, gas station, I wouldn't have gotten bronchitis. If I'd have had a mask on when I, was helping taking care of my family members, I wouldn't have been back to back sick as well. So, you know, um, good came out of COVID, right? Because now we know how wonderful the masks are to keep us from getting infectious bullshit.
Right. Yep. I still wear my mask every time I go in the store. I hate it,
Hmm.
but I still wear it.
And there ain't nothing wrong with my immune system. I just, the doctor says that I'm just too hyper. I got ADHD as an adult. That's what's wrong with PG. I PG's too many brownies. Somebody was like, "I'm gonna call child services on you about that." I'm like,
Oh my
"Really?
god.
Baking brownies? I'm gonna get child services called on me? Okay."
It's just somebody else.
Because
It's
you
just
let your
brownies.
because you let your kids help you break brownies.
Oh my. That is
Hey,
so
crack my
stupid.
ass up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! Send children's services to my door. I'm gonna
That
throw all
is
my daughter's baby dolls out there. Tell them to pick them up. I'm getting tired of them. They is in the way anyhow.
that is. I mean, just people are people just need to mind their own damn business. That's what they need to do.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely,
quit worrying about
absolutely.
everybody else's business and worry about your own.
But my daughter, she getting too old for dolls now. Um, you know, I I still save them. I still
Right.
have them up in her room, but
Yeah.
um, she's done advanced into video games, um, playing the guitar, and other other things. Now she's into the diary type, you know,
Oh
like
yeah.
we don't know they stick it under their mattresses and or damn pillows, and I mean,
Yeah.
as a parent, we know everywhere they put it, right?
Oh yes.
I mean, don't even try to fucking pull your drawer out and
I,
tape it to the bottom of it because I'll find it there too.
I told my daughter when my daughter used to try to be sneaky, I was like, let me tell you something. I was so sneaky when I was a teenager growing up. You can't pull nothing on me.
Amen.
I'm like the sneak queen. Don't even try it. Like,
I say, I tell them, you know why I buy you that diary? So I know what the fuck you're up to.
yep,
Right?
yep.
Same reason my mom bought me one. Yeah, I didn't write in mine though because I didn't like writing.
I used to keep a journal when I was younger, but it was just basically everyday things that I did. And
When I was going to school, hit that preteen stage, no way in hell did I want to write. You know, I
you didn't want
wanted to.
nobody to know.
It wasn't, I didn't ever even think about it. I mean, yeah, my mom got me, like all girls get the diary, for your
Hmm.
birthday, Christmas, whatever. But,
Right,
you know, she always knew where to find mine. Throw it somewhere, right? In the room. It wasn't hidden nowhere. It just throw there because I ain't writing that stupid thing. Um, I didn't have nothing. I mean, what am I going to write? Here's how I felt about the diary. What am I going to write? I hit Johnny with the baseball bat today. Really? I'm gonna say that. I slapped him in the leg because he was getting on my nerves. Or what are you gonna write? I went flying around a corner too fast on my roller skates and busted my ass. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. I mean, I found out what went first. The pride. And pride goes before the fall, right?
all right.
Um, I mean, what you're supposed to write that down in your diary? I
Yeah,
just found out what went first. So what I'm saying is, I just didn't. I didn't have no time for a diary. I mean, I was too busy living life to write in that damn thing.
I mean,
And
I had a journal, but it was like I didn't even hide it because my stepmom would go to my room anyway, so she would end up finding it. But I mean, I was
right,
always at friends' houses, or I had sports after school. I did like I was a busy teenager.
I kind of wish now that maybe I should have wrote in a diary. Right? My mom would have
Yeah.
really cracked her ass up if she'd have read that thing. Hey, there's some funny shit in there.
It's just kind of like if you could go back all those years, to
Yeah, I was playing Morse code with the flashlight at, 3 o'clock in the
mm,
morning with all the neighbors. You seen their lights coming off on and seeing who's shining that damn light in their house. We used to do that. That was funny. That was super funny.
yeah.
And then we got these neighbor kids in on it, and they got their flashlight, and their light come on. You seen their parents whoop their ass. I felt kind of sad for him at the time, but now it's funny as hell, right?
It's funny now, these years later.
They got their ass beat. Gotta be more careful. We knew better than let our parents catch us for.
Mm.
My dad was like knockout, fuck timeout. I had no timeout.
I'm trying to read keep up with the chat here on what they're talking about. Common sense slammed into a pine tree or something with her face.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you're gonna put in your diary. Dear diary, I slid out on my bicycle today. Got fucked up. Hey, Cheese Louise. I love that thing you sent me. It's a double fuck you. One wasn't enough. It's a Gnome. It was a double fuck you Gnome.
Oh no,
That was
crime crazy.
hilarious. I'm
Hey
gonna
Ricky,
pop
how are
it up
you?
tomorrow night.
Crime crazy. Did you send PG the pictures that you sent to me that you didn't give me the warning about? She
I
sends
love
me
that stupid
pictures.
picture.
She Crime Crazy sent me some pictures yesterday. She didn't give me a trigger warning on these pictures, and when I opened it up, oh my god.
Oh, on the summer
I,
pictures.
no, 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 no. This
Oh,
it was somebody else. I can't say who it was because they
I
may be in the
swear I am
chat
so
too.
used to popping up comments that I'm sitting here trying to pop yours up on your screen.
I
That's crazy.
usually I don't even look at my screen. I always have my phone in front of me when the chat's going, so I never pop anything up. Eh, Wait, what up, baby? You talking about the pictures that Crime Crazy sent to me? I can't show them. But yes, that's who it was, Scab Eater. Oh my god, it's a Crime
I probably
Crazy.
have brain damage. Common Sense 101. That is hilarious.
We want to send all the no. Oh
Ronald
yeah, there.
said,
Where is
Lisa
Ronald? Is
Kate.
Ronald in this?
Yeah, Lisa Kate ain't no friend of Ronald's. He was straight hit me up like him and White Window Baby. They was both hit me up right about the same time. Did you know? PG. I'm like, what? Oh
That
no.
was yeah, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm. It was. It was like, wow.
That was mistaken. Yeah,
Hey,
Ronald,
dear, save my eyes.
Ronald, you did say the other night about Lisa Kay being your friend. Remember that?
Ronald.
Oh yeah.
Ronald lied. Ronald, you lied. I talk to Ronald sometimes. I've seen him. He's a handsome little guy. He is. He is actually handsome.
Let's see, PG. If
I
you look at
say
the picture
somewhere.
she's
I say
older.
somewhere middle aged.
I always thought he was an old man.
Mm, nope. He's not old. He's not old. He's about middle. I say he's about middle aged. If you ask me, I mean, you know, I think I think um I think Ernie's handsome. I don't think there's anything wrong with Ernie's looks. It's his brain that's fucking him up, right?
Like,
But
yeah, but since he's been on his meds, though, he's doing really good.
um I don't know.
From
I heard he's got a new girlfriend and he started
yeah, I don't know who the new girlfriend is though. He hasn't showed her, but
I heard he
he
started
has
doing
been
shots, you know. And the last thing you want to do is start drinking alcohol on your meds, right?
right,
I mean, that's where it all goes downhill.
right. But I think if he stays away from certain people, I think he'll be okay as well. I'm not going to mention any names, but there was a certain person I think that had a lot of influence on things
Right.
that was happening.
But I was going to say, Ronald, Ronald's good looking, plus he's got brains. And as far as I know, I didn't catch sight of no mental problems. So there you go. I mean, I'm not looking for a man or anything. I got kids to raise, and everybody knows my situation on that one. But,
Right.
you know, I ain't looking for no women either. But, you know, at all. Just
You
put
want to
that out
put, you
there.
ain't looking for nobody, right?
I'm looking for nobody. I'm looking for nobody. I promise you, if I got with a man, I know me. I know myself very well. I love Shakespeare. Be true to
Mhm.
thyself. I gotta be true to me. Because if I brought a
Right.
man in my house the first time he said anything to one of my kids, anything,
Uh, he'd be
oh, it
gone.
would be, yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, I ain't trying to go to jail. So that's the truth. I don't take that shit kindly at all. And I know how men
Right.
are. They want to, you know, say
Oh
something
yeah.
shitty. Like, how come, how come you're packing out the trash instead of those boys? You know, Motherfucker,
Mhm.
maybe I like packing out the damn trash.
Yeah.
Why in the hell ain't you packing it out if you're so fucking concerned about it? I mean,
Okay.
that's just who I am. And this ain't coming from um, no man that I've had around my house. I mean, this is coming from like nosy neighbor, and
Right.
family. What are you doing taking the trash out when you got. Why do you care?
Exactly. What business is it of yours?
I mean, people always want to pick on your kids, right? Um, Maybe I like
Yep.
doing things for myself once in a while. I mean, my kids, when I pull up with groceries in the car, they don't get out running the house. They get out and they help pack that shit in. I
Exactly.
mean, we all pack it. I mean, I'm not a Candace. I don't say, kids, pack it all in. No, we all
Mhm.
pack. And sometimes, like, you ever get those big cases of water? Man, it
Yes.
takes three people to pack it in the fucking house.
Ex- Yeah. Them fuckers are heavy.
They're heavy as hell, ain't they?
Yes.
But no, I can pick it up with no problem. I put it in the cart, right? But,
Right.
you know, a couple of my boys say, no, mom, we'll grab that. And they get it and
Right.
bring it in the house. I mean, I got very beautiful kids. But, what I'm saying is, nobody has a problem. They don't say, hey, you done a good job packing that for your mom or whatever. It's just when they ain't doing something, right?
Right.
The person wants
Exactly.
to have
They
something to
want to make it
say,
their
and it's like,
business.
right. I
Yeah.
mean, people are always there to try to tear someone down, but they're not around to build people up. And I think that's kind of fucked up, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
But this is a evil world and a generations where, you know, they're always looking at the bad side of everything, right?
Mhm.
They're looking for something to bitch about, something to carry on about, something, I don't know. It's like they seek, you know, trouble, right?
Yep. For
And
and they seek it for no reason.
and what people need most of all in this world is to know that people do care about them. I mean, they
Mhm.
need to hear, they need to hear, hey, that looks beautiful. Your hair, your dress, your shoes, you know. Um, People get dressed up and no one even tells them how nice they look.
No.
But if they go in a store with their pajamas on, oh, look at that person there. Well, they didn't
Oh,
even get fucking dressed.
I can
Lazy
tell
must
you,
be lazy.
if
Um,
I can go in my pajamas to the dollar store, don't think I wouldn't, because
like I tell them,
I,
I bet you're the bastard that made them wear those pajamas because when they dress up, you probably, asshole, you didn't comment them, did you?
yeah,
You know, so you're the if they're in pajamas, you're the reason why. Fuck you. I mean, these are these are the conversations I get into sometimes in the middle of the store. I hate to say that, but people just piss me off,
yeah,
um, because they're Debbie Downers. It's like, shut up,
yeah.
Karen.
And there's no reason for people to even be like that. That's what's so
Right.
bad. Like, just
Absolutely. There is no reason.
why can't people be happy?
Hey, why did he have to pick the person out in the pajamas? Why couldn't he pick the person out that was nicely dressed up and say, hey, you look beautiful today?
Yeah,
Maybe the person in pajamas would have heard that and they'd have got some nice clothes on so they could get a compliment like that, right?
Mhm. Yep.
It's an initiative. It's an initiative to, for not just the person that's nicely dressed up, but the people around them because they want to hear that as well. And if more people were putting out the love instead of the hate, this would be a better world.
Exactly. And I heard back from Chris, y'all. She said she was sorry. She's been out of it 3 days with no sleep caught up to her. She said, but her mama's heart looks good. It's the pneumonia in the lungs is the problem. So if they can get that cleared up, then she'll be able to come off the ventilator. So
Yeah, that's
that
Krista
is,
45's mom.
yeah. She
Yeah.
ended up having to go to the hospital because she couldn't breathe, and she has COPD. And then they told Chris that she had a heart attack. Then they said she didn't. Well, then she confirmed that she did because she had her moved to a different hospital. And they tried to take her off the vent, but when they took her off, she still couldn't breathe, so they had to put her back on it. And now she
Right.
has pneumonia. So if they can get the pneumonia cleared up, then she should be able to come off the vent. So
Lower bed, lower bed drugs. Tell them to put her on Livaquin, which clears up pneumonia really fast. Livaquin will clear up pneumonia really fast. They might not give that to her due to the heart issue, but I don't see why not. Or or Zipro is super good. It's a lower bed drug as well. Um, but
yeah, I know
the lower bed
it's
drugs are the best for to clear up. I mean, they will clear up pneumonia like in um, 24 to 48 hours. Usually 24 hours, the pneumonia starts disappearing. I mean, you shouldn't have to tell a hospital or doctors how to do their job, but you know, if you
right,
suggest, if you, but it don't hurt to suggest stuff. So if they think you know what you're talking about, then you know, they're going to step up and do their damn
right,
job. Is what
exactly.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know,
that first hospital she had her at, they was just, I think, like,
I think some
I
things
don't,
are to wipe out the population of old people.
right.
I hate to say that, but
Oh yeah.
I think that because um, if you took note, you know what the word that we ain't allowed to say on here,
Mhm.
um, that everybody, our country ended up getting, and we lost so many of our people because of
Right.
it. Pretty much wiped out the Social Security population, right?
Oh yeah. Yes, it did. That's very sad too.
hmm So it saved this country a lot of money.
Mhm.
You know, you should
It
think about that.
hurt a lot of families though.
hmm it's always, I don't know, something. Every so often they got to start a war or bring something in to, you know, thinning out the population. And if you ever took note, it's usually to thin out all the old people.
Yeah.
I guess
See,
that's where they save the most money, right? And don't feel so bad about destroying. They figure they're on their way out anyway.
yeah, I did. What was it back when it first started back in 2020? They were saying, "Oh well, um, it's better for the younger population to get the things in their arms than it is the older ones because the older
Well,
ones they done live their life and
it was
like
also
that's a
it
sad way
was
to look
also
at it.
you know it was also better for all the doctors and nurses to have the mask than we the people
Right?
um you know dying, right?
Yeah.
um
Like they didn't
you
care
know
about
if they'd
everybody
have
else.
gave if they'd have gave all of we the people the fucking mask, then all the doctors and them wouldn't have needed none.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how that shit worked.
They didn't. They didn't look at it like that though. They looked at it
Mm-mm.
as the old people where they lived their life. So
I
it's
tell you
okay
what
if
I
they
did
go.
though. What I did is I made sure now that I add a whole hell of a lot of masks to my boo boo kit, right?
Hmm.
Another episode of this shit break. Right now's the time to stock up. Stock
Yep.
up right now because you're going to need them. You're going to need them again. And when you do, they're going to charge you a high ass damn price to get one.
Hmm. Yeah, because they're saying that shit's back on the rise again,
Right.
and
Absolutely. Well, of course it is because you know what November is. And
yeah,
after that, it'll slow down.
yeah.
And we won't hear it again until 2024.
Well, I've said it before, but they need the one who used to be in there back in there, and they need to open the pipeline back up.
Absolutely.
So
I agree.
that that would clear up a lot of things. It would help a lot of things. It would help gas prices
I know
right now.
that, a lot of people don't like, Mr. T.
Yeah,
But, the thing
it was better than what we have
is
now.
he was for we the people. He was for our country.
He
Our
wasn't scared
do you
of
know our
none of
military
those
was
people.
so fucking down that if we wouldn't have got him in there and he wouldn't have built up all of our military, that we would
Yep.
have probably, I mean, what I'm saying is we didn't we were supposed to have a warehouse full of them masks, but we didn't
No.
because the people in Washington didn't give a fuck about us having them, right? They
No.
didn't care. That's why we didn't have them. And you know, one thing about Mr. T, he believes in everything being made in America. He has preached everything to be made in America for a long time. It brings
Exactly.
jobs. It brings jobs. We don't need other countries. Now we know what relying on other countries means, right? It means fuck you. It's over here and we're going to use it and we're going to have it before you. Fuck you. Come get it. That's how they felt about us. And if you'd have had it in your country, made it in your country, it would have been in your country and you could have said fuck everybody else, right? Took care of your own. But,
Exactly.
um, that cheap labor, that cheap labor gets to, that's, they get those people to do it for nothing, bring it over here and sell it for big money. And, you know, well, we shouldn't buy it. I mean, that's what the old people would have done. You look through history. If you go back in history, if it wasn't made in America, they didn't buy it. They don't
Exactly.
buy shit. And if you don't stand up for yourself and your country, then don't expect anyone else to be doing it. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
I mean, if it's made somewhere else, don't buy it. Just leave it on the
Yeah.
shelf.
I mean, because
Make your own clothes.
in
If it doesn't say made in America, don't buy it. And that way, those people ain't going to make no money. And they'll start making it here or else putting a false label in it, at least doing something
yeah.
to get you to get
Yep. It's just I don't know.
it.
It's crazy how they treat our veterans, and I
Right.
don't.
They think we're idiots, and what we need to do is we need to start learning to make our own clothes again. We need to learn
Mhm.
to quit relying on everybody else and start relying on ourselves.
Right.
Because sooner or later it's going to come down to that. I mean, look what happened with that outbreak. I mean, the doctors had their office doors locked. They weren't even going to let you in,
Oh yeah.
right? You
Like
couldn't get
here,
no treatment.
not here at the doctor's office, like just the family doctors. You're still
Right.
doing a doctor's appointment over the phone. You're not even going into the doctor's office.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Eh,
Um, what good is a doctor? You know, what good is a doctor if you can't see them?
right.
What I'm saying is they showed you how much you can count. If you take the doctors in the 17, 18, early 1900s, anytime an epidemic broke out of anything, that doctor was right there in the midst of it all, right? Praying to
Yep.
God he didn't get it. But he was there with you, doing
And,
doctoring as many people as he could and doing all he could to save lives.
hmm
Now, you see how our doctors are. They lock those doors. The hell with your life. They're worried
they're
about their
scared.
own, you
Exactly.
know?
Yeah.
And I mean, does those people really want to be doctors? No. Did they really, that oath they took? Did they stand by it? Yeah, some did, but a whole lot didn't. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. You know, right then you could weed the real doctors away from the bullshitters.
Exactly. These now are just little pansy asses.
Hmm. Absolutely. That's what's wrong. I mean, we got so much wrong with our country, but number one thing's wrong is it starts with us. It starts with each one of us. I mean, I like to blame the doctors. I like to blame this and blame, but when at the end of the day, I got to blame only one person, and that's myself for not
Hmm.
standing up, you know, for what is right 100% for our country. You know, like I said, we've all been busy. We've all, you know, so busy trying to do, I mean, there's not enough hours in a day, right? With
Yeah,
everything we have to do.
yeah, I
But,
even said that yesterday or the other night went on my live. I was like, I literally need more than 24 hours in a
right,
day because I have no time to do anything.
absolutely, because
It's
you're
just
busy doing all the time. But the
right.
thing is, the old folks had just as many hours in a day as we do. The old folks, they took time. Sometimes you got to take time. And we're going to have to take time to fight to get our laws changed. We got to fight to, to change this government. We've got to, we've got to, what I'm saying is, um, you own your car, right? You
Mhm.
own your car. You're not going to let somebody come and just take it. Well, you own this country as well. What I'm saying is,
Exactly.
you're not going to let somebody else tell you what to do with your vehicle because you own it. Well, why are you letting you know people tell you what to do with your tax dollars, with your country? This is our country. We have to stand up and we have to, quit letting the government run us. They work for us. They don't run
And
us. They work for
right.
us.
Yeah, we
And
pay them and they're letting people from all these other countries come in here and take what people here need.
exactly.
And it's ridiculous.
But that ain't the only ridiculous thing. Is what's also ridiculous is they're trying to tell you how you can live. I mean, they're trying to strip you of all your rights. And and over time they've been taking little things away, seeing how far, they figure if they could take the little things away, they can get the big things as well.
Yep.
And so they started with the little shit like smoking. People should have said, hey, people want to smoke, let them smoke. That's their fucking
Exactly.
prerogative, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it they want to legalize, you know a different type of tobacco, and people smoke it all the time, but they have a problem with cigarettes. I mean, basically, do you know that one rolled up, and I'm not talking about, the goody good big cigars. I'm talking about papers.
Right.
If you just roll up one paper of the goody good, do you know, to your lungs, it puts the shock on your lungs like a carton of cigarettes.
Mhm.
And most people don't see, they're not educated in that. They don't know that. They have no idea that it put more shock than a whole carton of smokes, you know.
Yep.
So, but our government don't want you to know that because they want to jump on smoking so they can raise the tobacco prices way the hell up. And it ain't that tobacco giving you cancer. That tobacco's giving your nerves a fucking break from a long day's bunch of bullshit. I
Yeah,
mean,
I haven't
and it
had no
don't
nicotine
it
in 2
don't
days, and
impair
it's
your
driving me
judgment.
crazy.
It doesn't do anything to you. It's a natural substance that grows in the ground that is meant, obviously, for you to smoke to keep your nerves in check. And
Right.
that's what a lot of people use it for. But, our government does, you know, don't see it like that. What our government sees is let's bitch about it, act like it's causing cancer the, you know, instead of the um, fake whatever that shit is called they put in your hamburger. Um,
Mhm.
you
Oh, the
know, and the all the chemicals they're putting in your milk. Um, the fact that I mean they're cloning animals and everything else, right?
yeah,
And you come up with
what was it?
steroids.
The sheep, what was her name? Damn, the sheep that they cloned. Dolly, wasn't that her name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is they're putting all of these chemicals and everything in your food. They're putting all that's what's causing all the issues. But you know what? That's a lot of money, and they don't want to talk about that. What they want to talk about is something that they ain't even causing the problem. They don't want to talk about all the pollution and shit from, you know, diesel fuel and everything in the air. They don't want to talk about all the, you know, chemicals people spraying and everything around their homes and everything. They don't want to talk about none of that. That's what's giving people, cancer and everything. There's people smoke for, 100 years. They didn't die
Yeah.
with cancer.
Yep.
I mean, that's just bullshit. And not only that, but if you're an adult, what I'm saying is if you're an adult, you can buy liquor. And if you wreck and kill yourself, well, that's on you, right?
Exactly.
But they want to tell you you can't smoke a cigarette. That's bullshit. If you're an adult and you want to smoke a cigarette, you should be able to smoke a cigarette. What I'm saying is they jump on the little shit like that. They cause a big problem, see how far they can get. And then the next thing you know, they take away something else.
Yep.
And I mean, right now they're on your guns. They're on taking
Hmm.
gun control. And, your right to bear arms. I mean, they're infringing upon our rights as, you know, what I'm saying is they're seeing how much they can rule you.
Yep.
If they can rule, oh, first it was you can't smoke inside of establishments. Then it's now you can't even smoke inside your fucking car, right?
Oh, yeah, especially if you got a kid in
Having
there.
children
Yeah.
in it.
Yep.
And what I'm saying is they're just seeing how far they can push the ticket. And if you keep letting them push it, then you're going, basically this is going to be like England again, right? Where you ain't going to have a government, you're going to have fucking kings and queens over your ass.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, either stand up and get things in check or just lay down and let them roll over you.
Well,
That's
and
that's a choice right now. You know, we the people need to stand together. We need to stand up and we need to stand strong. You know, the old people knew that if you let, even if you don't need the right, even if you don't need the right, if you let them take your neighbor's right, a right that you do need will end up getting took.
yep, that's
You
it.
have to stand together for everyone, or everyone ain't going to be standing, right?
Exactly. Are you watching
Sooner or
these
later,
people?
they're going to get around to your ass.
Are you watching this chat, PG?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these kids in here, they are, oh my gosh. They perfect angels when they're in your chat. Then they get over here and they want to act wild.
They, I think that's because
They
it
run
might be
rampant
because
over here.
it's probably because over there I'm the one going batshit crazy, right?
I'm telling you, they get over here and they run rampant. I have to watch them.
And they're over there thinking they have to watch me.
And okay, and you see little common sense down here with that little angel emoji. You got to watch her. She throws that angel emoji out there. That's the one you got to
Common
watch.
sense.
You have to watch
I,
her.
I was doing that angel thing tonight too. And like, yeah, they are hilarious. I love the chat.
I
I love my chat. I absolutely love my chat. I love
I've been
my.
I've been sitting here watching them, and while you were talking, and I was literally having to bite my tongue so I wouldn't laugh at them. I'm
I
telling
do.
you, they get wild in here.
They get going pretty good over there with in mine. especially especially when some people come in, they go pretty crazy sometimes. But I am I over our family over in my chat, we 100% believe in we believe in American dream.
Right.
We 100% freedom over there.
Mhm.
Um, it's always open panel. It's always say how you feel. We agree to disagree, and at the end of the night, hug it out, and we'll be back tomorrow. You know,
Exactly.
um, we are a true American family over there, absolutely.
Right.
And
Well, most
you
of the
know,
ones that are in your chat, well, most of the ones that are in my chat come from your chat.
yeah, I see them. I
Eh,
see them. Most of them's my mods.
right.
I love my mods, but you know, like I say, there's room out here in the YouTube world for for everybody. I mean, what I'm saying is, I don't get it how the creators hate on one another and everything. I don't get that. I think we should all come together. Matter of fact, we could use a lot more. Like, you just started
Mhm.
up, but Summer can use all the help she can get.
Right.
What I'm saying is there could be
Right.
people here. There could be people here that, that ain't on my channel. There could be people on my channel that ain't on somebody else's channel. What I'm saying is we don't know what channel a person might pop up and have information that's going to solve all of this. And
Right.
we all need to come together to put her out there and to try to get that one person, you know, that we need to come forth and do what needs to be done for this baby. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying.
Yep.
And we should all work together to get it done. She is the
Yep.
topic. The goal is to bring her home and get justice for her. You know, and a big difference about my channel too is I don't own that channel. When I opened that channel up, I don't own that channel. We own it. Our
Right.
family over there owns it.
And see, and I've noticed that a lot of people, like a lot of creators, don't think of it that way because the way I see it, if it wasn't for all these mods, I mean, not mods, but all mods too, but I only have like 192 subs now. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be working my way to getting monetized right now because I wouldn't have no hours, I wouldn't have my subs, I wouldn't have views, I wouldn't have anything.
Well, the
You know,
thing is that
it
chat is essential, not disposable. No one,
right,
no one should timing them out or, they have a right to say whatever they like. They don't have to fucking agree with the people on panel. They don't have to agree with me. I
right,
mean, they got a mind of their own, and God bless them. They need to use it. They got a head on their shoulders, and they have every right to think and feel and be who they are. And not be forced to think PG's way. I mean, that's not what the hell's righteous about that. I mean, we
right,
all are different, and it's all of us coming together that's going to solve this. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? And
yeah,
I'm not always right. Hell no, I'm not always
yeah,
right. I like
and
to think I am, but I know I'm not. You know,
yeah,
and a lot, like I've had some really great things brought to the table that, um, I pondered upon, thought about, and thought to myself, this could be, some pieces of the puzzle, something that
Mhm.
needs to be put on the table, something that needs to be added in here. And, I wouldn't have thought of that on my own. Somebody brought it and I was thankful
Right.
for it, and I've got lots of tips and things like that. And, and that's what we got to do. We got to keep putting that puzzle together until we find this baby, until we're able to bring her
Yeah.
home. And, and there's plenty of room out here for us all to do it. There's no reason for us to be
Oh yeah.
fighting, arguing, and carrying on. You know, who
And
gives a
it's
fuck who does what? Let's just get it done, right?
right. And it's so much more peaceful when all the channels are getting along.
Absolutely.
You know.
I was over at I stopped by All Things tonight, Daisy,
Mhm.
and let her know I'm praying for her sister, her little sister,
Oh yeah, Jinky's
and
being sick. Yeah.
little Jinkies, and you know, and I let her know I love her, and I'm praying for Miss Daisy as well. I mean,
Right.
and her niece. What I'm saying is, there's no reason in us fighting. That's it's just crazy. We need to come together. We need to work together. We
Yeah.
need to find Summer and bring Summer home.
Right.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
And
It's
and
better to have more people together and trying to figure something out than one or
right,
two people trying to figure it out on their own.
exactly. You know, like tonight, you popped up a couple pictures and
Mhm.
brought some good stuff to the table. And if that picture is authentic, with that little boy Skeletor like that, that shows fucking abuse.
Right.
I will go back, I will research that now, and I'll find out, if it's photocropped or if it's truth. But if it's
Okay.
truth, you know, why ain't them people in jail?
That's what I said earlier when I first
My
saw it. Like,
question, you know.
I don't understand why they haven't done arrested Candace for neglect.
Hmm.
I don't understand that. Why she was Summer was Candace was the last adult
Right,
that was taking
absolutely.
care of, like, seeing Summer alive, was taking care of Summer. You lost this child. Like, why are you not in jail?
Right, absolutely. And that's what I'm talking
It's,
about too. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not the law in Tennessee. Um, you know, I'm just not the law there, and I can't answer questions for that
yeah,
particular
it's
state when it comes to all their bullshit. I just know something ain't right in all of this, and
exactly.
and we just got to keep digging till we figure out, you know,
Yeah.
why
And,
things
and
ain't
I
working the way they're supposed to be working.
and I said this in your chat tonight. It's a shame that thousands of complete strangers care more about Summer than her own parents do.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I agree with
That
that. Do you know how many times? I mean, I'm going to tell you something. It's the honest to God's truth when they say that a child can make the toughest human in the world cry.
yep,
Because I'm
I,
going to tell
I
you something. I
I
have
believe
shed
that.
it so many tears for this little girl. I have absolutely shed it. So many. I mean,
It's heartbreaking.
um, I have actually broke down on my lives over this baby.
Yes.
And, I consider myself as a very strong human being. But,
Mhm.
you know, Summer, she's so beautiful. And
Oh
what
yes.
they, and the, just, just the bullshit before she came up missing will make
Yep.
a grown man crumble to his knees.
Yep.
And that's the truth. I
That is the
mean,
truth.
you know, and then with her missing and all of this bullshit on top of it, sometimes I can't even sleep at night. I can't even sleep at night wondering how people could be that fucking evil. And that's
I
the
just
truth.
I don't understand Candace and Don's logical, like, it's not even logical thinking. I just don't understand their way of thinking. I don't understand. Like, you had this beautiful baby girl,
Hmm.
your 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 baby, the youngest child you had,
Right.
and she's gone, and you don't even care, or if you do care,
Absolutely.
you don't act like you care.
Right.
I like
No, they
how
don't care. You had it right the first
like
time. They don't care. They do not fucking care. I think Donald does, but Candace does not at all. I think Donald does, but to save her ass, he has to
so,
choke it down and try not to. Very,
right,
very, very fucking hard.
right,
And if you're going to get one to break, it would be Donald. If they really want to work on one to bust them, it would be Donald. You're not going to break that motherfucking Candace because I'm telling you right now, there's
yeah.
nothing there to bust.
I
There's
don't
nothing, nothing there.
I
This
don't think you
bitch
can
is
break.
she's
She's
like a
stone
stone
cold.
wall. She's
She is.
like a
She is.
stone wall. I
She is
promise
stone
you.
cold, and
Hmm.
Grandis is you're
Just
not
as
gonna break her
bad.
either. Yeah.
That lady's just as bad. I mean, maybe not as horrible as her daughter. I mean, but you know, Candace,
They put her and Candace pretty close though.
pretty. They run close. They
Yeah.
run close. But Grandis, I do think Grandis, you know, ain't as stoned up as Candace is. Um, because if you see them in the prayer vigil, even Grandis had her head down
Hmm.
praying with the boys. Candace had her head straight up. I don't give a fuck.
I just I
But
don't.
Donald, I found him on his fucking knees bawling like a baby. So um, he can be
He
broke. I think
he's
he
the
could.
one. He's the one that needs to be worked on then.
He does. Absolutely. I don't want to cut everything short, but in just a few short hours, I'm going to have to be getting up, cooking breakfast,
Okay.
I've had a lot going on in my background. I mean, like super freaking tired, but I needed to come in alive tonight to,
I'm
there's
glad
just
you came
everything
over
piling
here.
up on me, in this case. And
Yeah.
I just need to get back, I need to get back. uh, What's going on in my background's getting better. You know,
Hmm.
so I can actually start focusing again and getting on more of my lives now.
Yeah.
But,
I know
you
everybody
know,
was worried about you and all that.
I
But
was
I mean,
worried too. There for, I was, I'm not gonna lie, I was very worried.
yeah.
Um, I don't bring my stuff out here public because, you know, everybody's dealing with enough. I mean, you
Right.
know,
Well, you know that if you want to, you have everyone here in this chat that
oh,
would be here for you.
absolutely. I know, but I can't put burdens upon,
Um,
I talk to God and God's doing good for me. He's
well,
doing good for me and I thank him for that.
you're more than welcome over here anytime as well. I'm glad that you finally came to the after
Oh, I
party
so
because
appreciate it. I have fun tonight. That's beautiful.
I have sent chat like messages in your chat like PG. We would love to have you and everything. So I'm glad you came over and hung out with us.
Oh, so am I. I absolutely am. I've been wanting to come, come over to the after parties because I see it all in the chat and everything. But I promise you, so much was going on, and
Yeah.
um, you know, and when I got off these lives, I was actually wasn't doing that much of a live there for a while. I mean, I was coming in and doing an hour or so,
Yeah.
because of my background and everything. But then I had to, I realized I had to stop and sweep my own doorsteps before I go out there sweeping somebody else's. And
Yeah.
um, it's just who I am and how I am. And I can't, you know, pull a little plank out of somebody else's eye if I got a big one in mine, right? The
Right.
Bible tells us don't be doing it. So, I have to take care of what's going on in my life, to be able to even do anything for anyone else. But it was, everybody knows how much I love Summer. I mean,
Oh,
they
yes.
absolutely know how much I love this little girl. And,
Yes.
support finding her and support bringing her home and getting justice for her. So, and they know that if I'm not in there, it's because something super important is going on in my
Right.
background. And would be there. So, you know, that's what it is. And it was super important. What's going on in my background, super
Yeah.
important. And I really had to, I don't want to deal with anything, but I got to because life just
Yeah.
throws you shit, and when it does, you got to take care of it, right?
Oh, of course.
So,
So, well,
but
I'm
and
super
if
happy.
so many people come out and I don't like that pity party stuff, because so many,
Yeah.
like you guys are all dealing with your own lives, and so many people need in prayer, and so many people need in so much every day, and last thing they need is somebody else's problems on their table as well. I mean, they're
Yeah,
looking
but
for somebody to help them carry their cross, because it's so heavy, already. They don't want to take any more on. That's for damn sure. And,
well, don't
you
think that
know,
any of us would take it as a pity party from you because that wouldn't be the case. So
right,
don't ever think that. You
right.
know,
I understand that.
if you need prayers, let us know and we'll shout out prayers for you. If you want to talk, we're here to
If
listen.
I tell you,
Just.
I tell you the truth, I know a lot of people was praying. I know a lot of people was praying for me and my family. And I surely appreciated that. I didn't have to ask. I just know they was.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
I
sometimes
believe
you
it
can feel
was
what's going on in the world, you
right,
don't have to see it. And, I know there's a lot of prayers going up because people knew I was having something in my background.
right.
You know, and I know, I didn't have to ask. And those prayers are worth more than anything in this world. You know, what I'm saying is the best gift anyone could ever give you is a prayer, right? Is a
Exactly.
prayer because that's going to the big man's ears, right? It's going to up there where we all want to be, and man, that's
Hmm.
priceless right there, priceless. So
Exactly.
I greatly appreciate all the prayers that went up for me and my family over the last few weeks. Absolutely.
Oh, it's no
Um,
problem.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I'm gonna hand you back your panel because I feel like I took it over all night, right?
No, I'm glad you came over and hung out with us.
The party don't start until we get here. Yeah, it's fun over here. It absolutely is fun. And I'm so grateful to see you you know, talking about summer. I
Oh,
I
well,
am
thank
grateful
you.
for that. Absolutely. So, I want to thank you and um thank you for her as well. Um
Oh,
for
it's no
having this
problem.
channel and doing what you can do for her as well. I appreciate that. Absolutely appreciate it, and I know Summer appreciates it also.
Yeah.
All right,
All right. Well, you have a good night, girl. And I'm usually here every night after you're done with your lives. So come hang out with us.
absolutely, absolutely. You keep up the good work. God bless.
Oh, well, thank
Good
you. God
night,
bless you too.
everybody. Good night. I love you all. Good night.
All right. We love you too. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay, y'all. All right. Well, I'm probably fixing to end it here too because I've been on here for, well, this is my second live for today, and it's almost 3 o'clock, y'all. I'm dying, ready to go sleep. My eyes are burning. I'm so sleepy. I can't with y'all in this chat though. Do y'all know how hard it was for me not to be laughing? So keep Peachy in your prayers. Keep Jinkies in your prayers. That was the other one I was forgetting earlier. Keep Chris and her mama. Um, Sweet Norway. I believe that was all of them that I could think of right now. If y'all will, keep Roger Bennett in your prayers. Yeah, Brown Bear, it's 2:45 where I'm at. Alright, so I'm gonna go. It was like deja vu all over again. Alright, y'all have a good night. I love you all. Thank you for all coming and hanging out with me. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all be good.